Okay. Emotional intelligence for couples. So I am saying that's what's unique in Amedas and Yamin. Emotional intelligence, very, very important. Yeah, with different kind of intelligence. Obi wono ma bebre na se ne misika wahia obi a na me busano earlier on wahia obi a onimnyansa pa eba no book eba no nwoma a bibia ne wono ma obebusa no afa nwoma ho a wonim so wonim kra na obetimi aka bibia afa ho obetimi ayede aka bibia fa bibia obeka bia ho onim bibi fa ho sa science ho na obeka onim bibi fa ho television na obeka ho asem onim bibi fa ho technology na obeka ho asem onim bibi fa ho eba no relationship o ka ho asem a eno kro obekere so onim bibi fa ho tese bibia mu no da nipa no wo bibi fa ho but se asem to no a that same nipa na asem to no a se what I say se asem to no a and I say ebi as that same nipa no so oko relationship o hwe how a o si e deal with the relationship wa o dwene ho a onti ase ye ka kire o se saa same nipa na ebi wonum kra na o ye professor bi wonum kra na wasua dia degrees no dia wa bono kra no undrum half tenie pa o degrees are nipa na bono undrum half but say some reaction be from that person say yes asemasi akoye bibi say ya ebe shock you. Have you ever respected somebody so much or respect mano uhuno on a hierarchy uhuno wasoro uhuno say nipa we dey we titiru now later down the line Then later down the line, Now later down the line, that nipa no na asema betodwa. Na asem no uhwemu a na eni yenyanyan. Itimima how a usi hu nipa no kra no ete wani so. Oh bibisa anto da. Ena unhunu bibisa ada. Eno na kire se eno na ma this lesson we aye besua we aye so important say obi betimi awo intelligence brain mental intelligence or wadwene mu nyansa but emotional ye can bibi se bibi emotional eye akomemu dealings eye akomemu nioma na ye ka ho asem or adwene mu nyansa but akomemu nyansa de oni enu nti na saa nipa no otimi express education ujai no books obe answer ni school record kohwe ni school record at class bia no ni di first no ni ye bibia nenso so no bibi to no emotionally na wama da na kuma prim na kuma ontimi handle obi wono ma onimnyansa ontimi handle na kuma onimnyansa pa but ontimi handle na kuma eno na explain it will say you will find people who are in the firm of say you will find people are omoye lawyers omoye teachers omoye surgeon omoye chese omuna eba no enwuma esombo ye kese pa wo wiase manoma ebi mu cry flight omo work wo airplanes so ebi mu ye inventors nyansa no broso but only da nipa no ode ne koben nipa obegu animu ase bibi sada like we experience obi sada nyansa no abroso but odi ni ben nipa obegu animu ase we even sama mi say nyansa no wo ho but odi ni ben nipa obegu animu ase adwen no wo ho onim nyansa pa adwen mu nyansa no owo but odi ni be nipa obegu animu ase. That means say okra adwen mu nyansa ba akoma mu nyansa no wayera. That same nyansa no okra wo adwen mu no. So what that same nyansa no wa akoma mu a anko obehunu how to deal with people. And into no ade a ema ne ye goodness say adwen mu nyansa e de wo kɔ wanim e wo baabi, but eduru baabi a ya akoma mu nyansa, especially eduru uni nipa ntemu a eduru uni nipa ntemu a eduru uni nipa ntemu a ɛyɛ akoma mu nyansa na ohia. Eduru uni nipa ntemu a enye ni nyinaa na ɛyɛ adwene mu nyansa. Eduru uni nipa ntemu a etudo bia ohia akoma mu nyansa. Enu nti na ye introduce this topic, emotional intelligence, because guess what? Aware na obekum no. Date na obe date no. Enye uni book na eko date. TMA enye uni book na eko date. Uni nipa. Nti no do be hia adwene mu nyansa to deal with people no. The most important thing unhia the most a chain adwene mu nyansa to deal with people akoma mu nyansa. Actually, so utimi nya akoma mu nyansa na oni book mu nyansa kra ha obetimi ni pedili. Oh, unim sa mami proving show.
Yeah.
Obi wa onko school onim hwe wa bon but eba no enipa ni nipa ntemu a otimi ni nipa san. Ohun bibi sa. Ade nti no obi like intelligence ni ho. Adwene mu nyansa no oni bi. So ukobusa busa ne nsem efa you know ukobusa busa ne nsem efa chese ene adwene mu how ayesi enioma ebi ni ho Mary ebi ni ho. Asa same nipa no obetimi ni partner that same nipa no obekwa akwhwe no aware na yire ni kunu for so many years.
Yes.
Oni madwene mu nyansa ba akoma mu nyansa de obo a unya no. Enunti na adwene mu nyansa eye the most important thing if you want to deal with people. Adwene mu nyansa eye the most important thing if you want to go into relationship. Unibia, you can be the most smartest person. Okwa abasaba. Oh, meka na ayo biya, but ye, u degrees na uni na ntina. About relationship, won't me for degrees into who. It doesn't matter. Wait me a president. Oh, Nelson, so now untimi handle or ba. Wait me a president, right? Nenso na untimi enye day en handle oba. Na ye bi wa hanum say emotional intelligence enioma ye won krabata ye be kom throughout and ye be cover baako. Emotional intelligence on say me say this emotional intelligence here ye suen ye nya free how to prevent breakup in your relationship. How to prevent breakup in your relationship. Emu ye nya free ye. Na emu nkrabata baako ye emotional intelligence. Na emotional intelligence no untimi just cover no baako pe. Emotional intelligence no so ye emu nkrabata ewo honom. Emu nkrabata ye wo ewo honom no self awareness. Eni nti no se upese unya adwene mu nyansa. Number 1, the first thing untimi nko eno na ye the foundation ewo adwene mu nyansa self awareness. Ubehunu wankasa wo ho. Awa usitie. Bebre wa hanum se emu ni mo ho. Unim say yes, midin the Kofi, midin the Reinhard, midin the Kelvin, midin the midin unimumfie, unibaby out, but only said nimu hosa. Ene, by the time I overshare less in Yamana Kosi, you be suya and you may be a bemu more because eno. A honum na akomemu nyansa na start free, knowing yourself. One kasa yese uhunu ho enye udin keke o debi enye u age debi enye o papa din o maami din ye kasa tro myself obetimi atro one kasa biography baby a free baby a wote baby a wo baby a wo efia unyini wom enye no na ye ka ho asem umu ankasa no umu we emotions what we emotions ase what you ase saying. One emotional, being emotionally intelligent, you will lack it. untimi nya saa nneɛma no ɛmfirim. Yɛwie the next topic I yɛbɛkɔ ho a self-control, because emotional intelligence akoma mu nyansa no self-control ka ho. So untimi control self it means sɛ wo ankasa emotionally no you are not intelligent. Emotional intelligence omo a omutimi control omo ho emotionally no eno na ye omo na ye bo ma ba so se omo ye emotionally intelligent. It is said you be etimi ko school ekọ nanim bo na ba so ye bo no mrane ye bo no ye hyenim crying say wa ya ade because ono na etimi study etimi atwa etimi ehunu etimi practice na ya bo na bodini ambo. Saa so na say emotionally intelligent you be a untimi hye wo so untimi control untimi nya emotionally grade no low unni high. Nti ene ye behwe scenario bi a ebema wo hu say eba no me emotions am me low mini high me da low mini high. Ekwan be so na obetimi arise am na ko high because who be here for that partner now na better no, right? Emotional intelligence no abata baako empathy ne say u feel ya obi uni obi wo honom onzo utimi ni obi te o ahanum say ya uni obi te a the person now need to know as onhu as chese wa yira kra wo nani so eno so ye behwe ho asem na aka ne akọ active listening. Obi wono ma ne kasa bebre na metianum say me kasa but untie enya wasum na eko wo how are we receiving your mind. It is tied into your emotional intelligence, okay, and emotional validation, right? Emotional validation say obi fili bibi na ubehunu na ubetimi agiatum se and also ubetimi ahwehwe mu ehunu nea obi fili no eni nyina eka ho na ma wo ye emotionally intelligent. Now emotionally na ma wo ye intelligent anything no very very important. This session ya ye be going through messe ba kokra ekwan be na wo de behu se emotionally na ankasa no eba no akomemu nyansa o down kakra. Ekwan we na wo de behu number 1 we want more say me wo quick anger me quick to anger, me wo anger issues akoma ben me all those statements ni nyina what time make that statement no me de mintimi ni nipa nsan nche o me de makoma ben me o me de wo ye me bibi keto bi a me mfa nche o me de wo ye say ya me de enche na me bu afu eba no emotion eba na akoma mu nyansa sebi o form enunti na this lesson we eye good because ebeboa wo atimi ama wa raise no akosoro ubesua nneoma ebema wo de a raise ayede akosoro uye obi a udi ewu blame unji bibia antum da tambia no uni obi san a you are always blaming people, you never accept anything emotionally no or down. Your emotional intelligence no wakome mu nyanza no ewo fom mindi obi atem I don't take it as an offensive thing, take it as a transition or transition to become a better person. Nti no me pacho me kasa emane how emane ntia me yes me nkama ni chu because sa studies we ya ye dey be me ankasa no me hwesa mitimi said baby wo hono ma na akome mu nyansa na me wo fom kakra me kra me yes this studies here me dey be me sua no ma bebre wom because I deep research and am and me ba be kan wasem no tino and ma bebre me sua wom a me akwa ne ebi kotia me mama na ha me sua ye and then ye be kan ho asem wa hanum say uyi obi a uni obi tia na munya drew point bi na say conversations ye harder as na o twen ho o mpese wo be kan ho asem kra eba ne sana emotionally no o form kakra so what I say untini passe obi wa no ozme eya na eta kato so wo de wasem wo den dodo wo de ontia obi mi ka se akwa we ni ntia se ewu akire onte hwe ase time bia o de time bia no onte hwe ase emotionally you are not emotionally intelligent. Emotionally no or form kakra emane how you're gonna get better by finishing this lesson, okay? And you know, these are some of the things yebesua yedibe who say emotionally no. Are we paying attention? Say yesua de o reniye pa lesson na yesua no reniye na mami mebusa question bi wahanum say adentina medical can the reason why I so important say being emotionally intelligent is more important than having brain intelligence. Say medical can wasem o adwin mu nyansa ehun hye den hia akoma mu nyansa hia e wo relationship mpa dan adwin mu nyansa medical can wasem, right? Entina obetimi ahwe obi say bra we dey aso wonim nyansa kra ba ko be no ne rat na hono ma because enya adwene mu nyansa na ye de tena ye ne oba na se be ma de tena wo e ya akoma mu nyansa uni akoma mu nyansa obebre uni akoma mu nyansa obebre no this lesson we may study so no I was like this is something obia nko beko relationship bu bia obekwa aware bia no ese nko suansa no wako because how do we na yenchire wo school yenchire e just a one kasa wo ye investigation ehwehwe mu akope ehun books unim say ye wo hun books wo emotional intelligence books actually my finishing one of the books title emotional intelligence me recommend some books ebebo I was in case you be a reader na opese otwaso na ohwehwem na oye more research about it obetimi aye why emotional intelligence is very very important any couples with higher level of emotional intelligence are 70% more likely to stay together. 70%. Tiasem ni 70%. Meaning say couples are enipa mienu omakwa akotena omu mienu womu emotional intelligence omakuma mu nyansa no ewo soro no say higher the chances of them staying together they have a 70% chance of staying together. Now, say statistically, right? So, what share areas almost say our ukomwa. Just give yourself a few years, 5 to 10 years. Enipa about 50% in a bit divorce, right? And a statistics we so me who and say, omo wa komemu nyansa no tiu, omo wa komemu nyansa no. They are 70% more likely to stay together. And that means that you just studying this course here and say you are 70% more likely to stay together with Obia unini date that. But Dani panososo no ono oye okura komemu nyansa na ena unkrebi eno so kan. And also ka ho wo betimi ay emotionally intelligent ene enioma tools ene ye besua enioma yede ebesua yede beko ye nim nyina no wo betimi asua oba da nipa no a ono uni ni besan da achi no oni ma ebe hardren and do you know say enioma ye besua wa hanum say eno na majority of the time say okọ professional ye ka professional counseling na obi she that yes ka professional counseling whether ye bruni whether ye tuntum obi a wakọ counseling school and kazania. These are some of the tools omu use to help people, help couples into no tools no and your man omu hia omu de beboa couples no mo beba counseling o sua ni ne ya bi kura na o single wa ha o sua that means e be boa e bi kura so a wa ware dada o be sua e be boa right okay skills here you sua no one emotionally intelligent being emotionally intelligent right here skills are a preventive problems a preventive conflict ba ultimately deal with it better when you are emotionally intelligent emotionally no enu tina me kan no obi a otaka makoma de bia no uni ni ko relationship ma obre why no ni obi a na nakoma ben no a uni ni relationship one mo enjoy that we feel mo enjoy you o enjoy obi a nakoma ben no obi o ka say me de makoma ben mi obetimi adult pa but uni ni ko relationship we emfa nyina free akoma mu nyansa we unim we nya akoma mu nyansa obebre any relationship that you go you don't have to be smart relationship is not for it's not for smart people it's for emotionally intelligent people see ya tini omase o tini omase a we even sama me say pa ye make what timase a we even sama me thank you akoma mu nyansa ho hia right yen hwa de bi wan say intino ebeboa ama ubetimi ayere ubetimi asolve conflict sentokwa ba o akoma mu nyansa utimi deal with it better than obi uni akoma mu nyansa se entokwa ba enye smart person ye de koma no deal no obi o akoma mu nyansa ne de money deal o de ntokwa koto obi o akoma mu nyansa o betene te na wa solve o de entokwa koma obi a owo just nimde adwene mu nyansa obetimi asay asem no because or try so the adwene mu nyansa be solve and ye be hwe da nkrofo na aben pa na so no eba akoma mu nyansa utimi ze onya de so that say o akoma mu nyansa ebe deepin emotional bond enipa wo ne betena no so o akoma mu nyansa ono anka obi hu say yes we share will be special pa a wo hu bi da because you be very very different from obia that nipa no ne na deity because o akoma mu nyansa so that say enti en hwa de bi wa hanum say on se me kasa akoma mu nyansa no ade a eye ne foundation self awareness you need to know yourself bibiri na wa ha unim se medin di say miti say but unje de nim hono sa right uti say but unje de nim ho sa right what do I mean by that yaka self awareness knowing what you are feeling and why you are feeling it before it controls you yen try de bi wa hanum say about self awareness right yenye mamimbuso obi a question wa hanum say right why na wa hanum say I can say just recently I say awo ba Ghana pa why na wa hanum say recently I say awo bi a ye be brem no de awo bi a ebimba ada otiye Esther otiye awo bi ebimba ada otiye Esther omitu one me mom wa hanum say na obetimi omitu one Esther otiye
But I met it.
yes I will be beba pa right
But
it's then I will like yeah omukasa will
no,
be then I will
me misra waka cranting. Me compare blanket, no back be over me compare back over count.
okope blank very good
Me
okope
blanket no
me too
back nti mo back nti me compare back over count so na be ya metimi a change no. say I wanna know it.
Na
Na say bia we
wasesa no.
are fi na mpese. Me
Mm.
de ko land. Na ma sesa no. Ti me go pay blanket beka baako a order dem.
Mm. Na asanto ade na also so ye.
Me paro me misrawo. Nti samre na weda na ye kama.
Oh, asanto network ni mu aye. O network ni mu aye bebre. Mavis then also ye. May. Kelvin.
Yes, Reinhard.
Then I wanna Omuka say, Bano, what did you do?
I was always preparing like water way ahead of time.
Preparing
I don't
water
like
way
bathing
ahead of
hot water, but then they are not me prepare hot water
time. Be now prepare hot water. Send be ya.
ahead of time before I go to your
Okay. Kelvin also what is here say war Bano? What did you do? What is here say war Bano? Okay, Michael, Musa Michael. Yeah, get it to a point too. Me person me get it to a point to be. What is here say war Bano? What did you do? At the end of yeah. Michael Safo. Oh, if you want slow, nepa, you know what it. Send a bay, you waste time one. Michael, I feel one me too, because I you too. What is our war banner? Then I'll yeah.
Yeah, they have jacket. Smoke of jacket trade. And I'm the maybe we go on more.
What's it say our war banner? Oh yeah, then Yant Honum.
Mini jacket be all by pay jacket and by a big one.
Okay,
Cases I want.
Okay. Yeah, shut down to the okay in but my me repeat my also say what is our war banner? No need jacket be out to compare jacket bear 3. Me boy.
Never trying.
And I'll be good honum send a bear. I wouldn't mu yet dinner or the best share. Very good. Now, ye kase self-awareness a ohun. Ohun ha ete se de ye nyina ye te se we de bi ba. Ye te se enwunu bi ba. Eninti ye nya dai ye nkope bibi ngu honum. Esther se me kope blanket bi begu honum in case se me blanket no se ba ko ye fin kra no metimi asesa because ye fin na afi na mikosi na meko hata e bi anada anadwo no. I wanna chimi wo kwan mama. Mia shiki a me shiki wo mpa no so nya asem ketwa. Eninti on prepare ne ho, right? Self awareness no sa na tie. Eyese uhunu enioma ekoso wo akomam. Se ne be ya akoma no duru ba bia. Tie de meka no. Uhunu ha wa wan kasa wuhu sitie. Se ne be ya woni ni pedili na uduru ba bia. Aha de Upushimi mame ko ho asema me ka kire no wa ha ne rebe ho wasasi we ya oba so eno ne self awareness, right? Unimu hu so much to the point to say utimi etame ho a uhu se what drew point bi house ebi amedri mame mposo ebi amedri mame take break. Self awareness to say how what say where the be ban obeche and even enye yen a ye wa hanum say pe enye just Ghana pe bebia especially wo abrochira ka de end say we no every day because ya hanu say no whether dane and no aye nwunu and no aye hye and no aye nwunu me wo US na make say and no aye nwunu ochana no aye hye and no aye nwunu ochana no aye hye inti no time bia no why na whether you wo ne phone so say utimi hwe weather no how a weather no besia ye say wia no bebo pan na mo pan na be sen wo hwe a when na ne weather no o hwe a or the hunu atare or be chance and we pee we fun sama me say. O she weda no how a weda ni besi aye no na wo de ahye watare a na wo de be pie. O she how a weda no ene de weda ni mu ahye dodo nti ma me nhyen satea because one ha me kwhye bibi emu du a ehye wo bede me. Ene weda no de we asi aye no emu ase emu aye nwunuka ena say to be a won hwe wo phone so kra na utimi hye da hwewiem utimi hye da hwewiem awie na yi ni ti sei ma menye dey ma men relax sene e be ya me kwa awia no emmo me too much man fifire ntime na ukọ utimi cheki wo emotions sa how are wo emotions how are we feel baby adru utimi hu ni sa me hu se me emotions no adru ha ma men cheki ma men engage no na man kan asem bia eya utimi yesa unze bebre na ntimi nya sa de no o mumie nyina yenka ya no kre wadu point bia waka asem anu hu da so waka asem waka asem bi by the wave of hand, right? Yenya de bi wa hanum se sia by the wave of hand. So waka asem bi ema waka asem ni we no wanu hu se na me kan sa asem we chire nipa no wave nsama ye nyina yenka no kre me se me nsa wo soro ma me mfa me nsa nto soro kranza na okra so de nsa to soro ye nyina ebi ato ye da, right? That means say wo wan check whether no wan check o sorry ya na wo share jacket ewie bopan o sorry ya na wo share jacket na upie wan check hwe du ko e na heat no bo na efifiri tail sa na tie se wo emotions a na se wo ma emotions no on check na eno ankasa control wo a emotionally eno ne yakase obi nye akomemu no unyansa no wo fom enye se onam hono mu unim nyansa o ba akomemu no nyansa no wo fom because emotion ne ba wuntimi control no na ebu afaw so na afaw na yusu na de ya wa ye de emotions na aba no no pe ntinu wie ye no na emotions na free honum a free body nim ko na afi wo adwena ba wo so ade be na maka ne saa no edidi atembe na medi ne saa no so how we sit here and being self-aware no very very important pa we free me nye ye identity self-awareness the foundation of emotional intelligence. So one kasa when how I sit here. Abna so one kasa when how I sit here Santoa. So one kasa when how I sit here B. Emilia so one kasa when how I sit here. When to me and read one kasa emotions. How I come musia you do this time. How when who da nyansa na amfen ready how akuma esitia Gloria when who nyansa na ready how akuma no esi ayedin Josephine when who da nyansa na amfen ready how akuma no esi e pretty at that time na kwabna Kelvin Mavis when who da nyansa no Philomena when who da nyansa na amfen ready wakuma na akoma no be hijack any friend emotional hijack akoma no ebe hijack your actions akoma no this have nothing to do with witchcraft or anything. This have everything to do with biology. If you do not know how to control yourself akoma no be hijack you e hijack you na de why de ono akoma no pe owia no we mu ama adwen no adwen si ye de enkwase asem na medi akoma no ne hijack you and we control why ye de ono no pe adenti na make say ordinary or the why ye de ono no pe why na se wunu ho a se eya na hu ne se enya wo na ye ase bibi na abe ye o sa na eko meboa with some me say who tell no one I say as something took over you, right? Say na sa na as a bibi na take it over you. And I de why yes adie no. And I de ni wie na koye. And I feel wo dwene ho and I wa dwene yo say eh edien obitimi make statement be say edien na ba me so sa no. What can be that? Edien na ba me so sa no. Right? Emilia, right? Edien na ba me so sa no. Edien ben na wa hwe ba wo so sa no. Komano hijack you. You were not in control to say the nana very matic or control kai. You were no longer in control. Komano controls do hey to mano dinatem hey kachene so ye kwase wejimi kachene zo unimnyansa kachene so ye kwajonto kai kachene so ye sansra wani kachene so ye say kachene say sani kwabena sitika si enanim na oda wakuma hijack you and ode wo ye adwuma kachene so ye fucking kachene so ye say adwin bia na ni trim kachene say adwin bia na ni trim ade ni ko wi house ede ne ba me so e ma be kan sa nzim ni nyina Florencia ede ne ba me so ma me kan sa nzim ni nyina ye ko deep we ne ye be ko deep pa ne ma ye be sua anum ze nya ne o maketo afi ne ye sha ase ye hwa ade bi wa ha ede ne ba me so e ma me kan sa ade no enti na de kronti ye so important say wo be aware of yourself wan kasa no ube hunu ba bi a wadru no is because of this because when hunu ba bi a wadru a ube overreaction obi wa anum say ya bibi utimi sa ade we oye action we say na ade we de na ade we say sheda nye big deal na ade nti na mama na ye kakrakasa and if obi say so wa overreacted do wadam fu bi kura gina nchen obusu eni bi gina nchen otimi ka che say adwa akosia kofi yawo ojo de oye ye die ade na eketwa bi ba when so overreaction because you are not aware of yourself. That is why you overreacted. So adiema self-awareness is so important in relationship, you know, and it's a build honest communication, right? Because so utimi self-aware utimi ni pakasa honestly. Onto just anyhow. As the time ya no de bibi on self-aware nintino bibi eche wona no was take kasa ibusa o said dey kra ne hawa unnim enne ya no bibi how biba ubusa ne na otete ne homa wo ba ubusa said dey ne hawa I don't know tina eboa being self-aware eboa ema wo ye dey utimi express clearly trodo because one cause when who dey how over there to me actually will be near course with you, right? Here you make some examples be one say because I know my year can in right some example be anchire wa on te the course na say so what I say some examples be anchire wa on te the course na say examples ya me ba be ma wa hanum say uye obi a react ewo tibia mu say bia emotionally no uye low kakra na unim say examples ya me be man Esther examples ya me be man abena me examples me bi sam say we dey ase me a me che me ho say me ka ho bi Laurentia, me say me hwa ade no sam say ade we die ade a yesu en die na de achimi o me so ma ye bi da o Rade ne sa asanto a me say ade we dey bi kan we dey ma ye bi da we dey matemi ame hometo eduru ha meka kire de ma ye bi da no me mfere why because ye nyina ye hu ye right Emilia me say me read ade ne sa me say ade di aseme a kwabna yen hwa ade bi wa anu say James hwe scenario we be mu wahunu say eba no intelligence akomam nyansa oda low and oda high one udofo akọ party tienie pa one udofo akọ party okay it could be any party bia it could be a year adofo ha a year outdooring wedding baby shower baby naming ceremony. It doesn't matter, event, corporate event, business event, BB event. But ono dofu bi na call ye. Tie ono partner bi na call ye. Na ono partner ne call ye no utie ni ye pa. And our partner no ko shia na damfu bi ewo ho. Na damfu no ye ba, na damfu no ye bema. To you no. Yemfa ne se wona wo ye oba na ena wo ne bema na ma o guy no a wo ne nenam no ukunu na wo ne nenam no wakohia na damfo oba eno na meka ho asem yi ena wakohia ne namfo mo ye mma bi ena se o yire eye oba wo na wo ye bema no a o yire na kwakohia ne namfofo emmema bi o hia o mo no party ase oh hello yow oh me hu acho ena asa wo so ye dey o hang around and any o ne o mo bon komo che sre ha nya se epe ni mo tie asem na make ni epe bi enim James epe bi enim hey oh my god oh me hu acho yeah oh my goodness hey wona why you kese say hey why you penyu hey hwe wo ho hey Mary and I Ukraine and che na fe merit honum na merit tension ba tension or tension ba tie ni pa e bitimi to bia sa de we e bi atomeda tie bi pa se bi amekan enye ntro Lawrence Auti yenko afe de na afi be me che James obey a one ne call one na call party okra na one ne call party no ko hu na danfo be me be from ne senior high school and na one ne bonko ma enya say bi one ne sakra ba one ne bonko one ne catch up o ama kasa 30 minutes na also te ho hey anything no oh say hey interior school no here for now hey me kwa technical high school hey sir oh wow oh hey into ukruni oh hey bema me chia oh boss yo no we ja o chia we no dog o and on no yiri on no girlfriend on no ukruni where he wo na sisi a where he right Onyashi mo adwama onyashi James una wo sisi awe wakoma de ehuru say something is going on inside of you emotional intelligence ahana start free something is going on in you mamimbusa question yamfa James enya subject no right James na sisi a bibi koso sisi ai James na bibi koso James on me to James na onene sisi onene girl akọ eyi right ena ne girl no ejai na si nchen Mary ena che we James ati won ekobe 15 minutes right afi James again ya do humi ana obi ame no akọ yes we wom say we share wadanfo be ma cool hu na chede but 15 minutes at least can be kire me mpo ama magina hanom sa James wo ho
manager mo apa
see am the why subject ena we gina ho no ma afi James gina ho asanto we gina ho 30 minutes kwabna wo de fa nana berry ma fa ne say we gina ho 30 minutes Girl, you go so the no more catching up, no more sre, no more ye, no more sre, no more ye. Now, 30 minutes. And now, they say, oh, why a balloon, why 1 man, why a pie. About your hair when you ma him so when you munya fe, but and common as so need them tinonya a honum na all right. Mrs. Adi, and Grofo, I say Grofo be reading because omo ya victims. Me a victim. Adi may come and say me a victim. And I will tell you exactly how I reacted and how emotionally I wasn't intelligent about it. Emotionally, no. Komemu nyansa no na mi nibi. No me react some way be and only na yesu ya wa no hey now for James no se James we huhuru se sia de James drew point bi a ne buafu mi busa question bi wa hanum say why na she why ena she James abufu Mary why na she James abufu
Mpacho manager. Yeah. James ankasa na ebia say the emotional na ewolu mu no ebi say oba ne de onhye na bufo sana me hu no bet de efa ba bi de nim say bibi sa wo ho a e wo so oba ne timi koka bibi kire James ne say bia say but 30 minutes dey too much say ebia wadam
a conversation now ahohoro no ehuhuru na ma why so excited who the oil no because who and na best friend pa nya boyfriend ne best friend pa who na che it's ya ne unzo timi din ko bi na aye da na wo refu ho time kura you don't even count time kura untimi count it inti emfa no say wo de ne refi sa na mani nyina wa ambo James kokos abrante mesrel odo mami bi 30 minutes na meba wanka eno ye ena James the more na time neighbor no na ohuru kwa another level why na say me question the main question I yebuza wan say is why na ye James ebufu Mavis will comment was James na ye no ebufu James na ye no ebufu right why na ye James ebufu James go ahead hey James na so back
manager Mimi huni say obana me nam na say me mebufu.
Good.
Why? Me ne wonam. Wa ko share old time friend. Oh, we more catch it up. At least only me nam to show respect to me no. Oh, me okay, I mean catch up maybe at 10 minutes, 20 minutes. And then what show respect to me? Say me excuse Kakano, you catch up with your friend. But this one, I know. No, out of excitement, it's only naturally come one led to another. I will refuse. Where Jamaica baby, open come for more than 30 minutes. And hormone, if you don't follow me.
Good.
God, and then you mean I'm move because my command that. Because one show respect to me. And I want one who says, I'm not important to her.
Not to me.
I see.
Good. I love it, James. James is say, James can you mammy? As Antoine so say James with oh yeah, I say oh yeah, you too man. And as Antoine na oka.
Yeah, me one of so say any beginning will be a now medium what you mean farming James what even 10 and what my Kebenya say oh hello oh me okay oh my just so
yeah, Asantoa. The Okano, yeah, Asantoa Fache. The Okano are very important, but Gina baby, mammy. Patopa, Gina baby, mammy, na yentimi now clear. The Okano yente. because of the network. Yeah, Nana Berry, I know some mounts, so but you've gone back. Okay, so James is say, lady no nation ebufu, the girl no nation ebufu because woman feel say on value no, woman no feel say onye important because anko ye important anka won on fani nyina honom ignore no completely ensanko obi honom enen enkoye dey enkokasa asantoa so no me sure say ya ante de asantoa ka nyina de but asantoa before de James e kan so because say me ya ante de asantoa ka but I think so before de James e kan so say maybe so say James na na ehye ho before, right? At the end of the day no, we are all right. Say James say obano na ehye na before fine. Say James na ehye no ho before so hey, so that few minutes is determining your entire relationship. Good. I like it. I like the way we are going with things because ahanum say, you know, on say bibia ebekoso 30 minutes, it's few minutes, right? Bibia ebekoso ewo relationship bia no. Emotions and a stir up bibia o. On ade aye to James, a girl no, and komono and afano, and komono and ijiano na aye day afano, long time friend na who na cheno afano. Mami busa question. Se si ya busa die James esi fili sa why na day no. James girl ojina onum since Mavis and se si our challenge James or comment session. Yemfa say ni girl needing the Mavis, right? James girl needing the Mavis. The Mavis jina honum na oye no. Mavis who ne say o she James ebufu ana, yes or no? Mary.
Oh, her name or boss for Shana Buffo.
Onyan hwe nanim.
But so nim ne boyfriend and I said no kuno ne namana. Obe who said the oyen.
But
Ewo, bet obe so chire obe solve no. Sa na be wo ba.
But on say encrophobic to say James omo no James say obetimi ahya da kofa drink aye ne ho no ma but de ekoso woni mu no James won encrophobic ada on ma facial expression wo ho obefa drink to say de mutai afa drink ya onum ya no no sepe no nam party na say but inside obi verse inside face no de o face you drink no de or drink it but inside
Or boil it.
Thank you. Right? Entino yamfa say when show na say Mavis share ne guy na nim na who say ne guy no on there or no num ne drink bia. Then Mavis after 30 minutes no asa turning around no asa come back to our conversation so. Is say no say James or boil it yamfa say we drew 210 degrees who say Mavis ahena was turning around no. James, how are you feeling now? Washow, right? Or shell? And I will say that you when it's no, and like you just acted as if say, oh no, BB, like maybe I watch some cocktail be now on right? Or how we no start turning around and also to our conversation also. At that time, no, how are you feeling? Until right now, no, what trat? You say what trat 30 minutes? How are you feeling now?
Very worse.
James.
Manager.
They say right now, no, girl not turning around what her with him, right? 30 minutes about what her with him not all say twice. Or her with him who say, oh, facial expression, no. It doesn't seem like you're mad, you're just having fun, you're drinking your drink. And was turning around or to our conversation also. At that point, how are you feeling?
At that point, if I can bust her, I will bust her. Honestly. Let me
Okay.
tell you a scenario. I think a week ago, I read a story, 2 weeks ago, I read a story on Facebook. Said, guy being in his sister and in the girl echo club.
Mm.
Or multi one mono. And another guy, as soon as I was on my friend again, Emren.
Mm.
Or my friend again, girl, no, I train the guy, and you know, say everything is up to no again. So,
Mm.
Beko, so on go again.
Uncle. Okay.
And one is a girl, sorry, a big guy, Nichi. Meet other guy no it's now for 30, more than 30 minutes ebon come e wana ne guy no ne buy ne sister no e free club hon omo bat na omo kam no mo yede omo ku fie no mo ja again ne guy no hon now omo na ko so mo ba na guy no fra no frɛ the flowing the fra no frɛ guy no in the long run guy need a new relationship because me
Mm.
na me no club na at the end of the day me no ti hɔ no mo na guy
Mm.
before abɛfrɛ
Mm.
now what's why any guy now got na say di nkɔmɔ a one don't show respect to me
Mm.
eti ebubu na guy need sorry go fit no any relationship na at that time na me wan say oh ahwɛ me na still na also continue with that conversation you know
Mm.
manager say eja na befu me no aba ya mra say si befu me no aba ya mra do
May.
things say I'll go and then
Uh-huh.
excuse let the guy excuse us then I'll talk to the lady say the whole show no at least you won't show respect to me and I say I walk out leaving her
Mm.
there
Mm.
because that time they be the other room na nhwe be me be ma no so anhwe asema be kan so no back of fine
Mm.
say me aba the only
Mm.
thing be they say I'll excuse the guy talk to my
Mm.
lady or I'll walk out and leave them there.
Mm. Wow.
That's all.
That's it. Enti no. I will be best I dicey. Asanto our network in here.
Hello.
Aha, kasa yeti you.
Manager, me susu say
Mm.
any bie wo mu a
Mm.
wahyia wo mu a wonim no.
Mm.
Ne papa mu a wo ne obi nenam. Wo ne
Mm.
wo hukafo obi nenam.
Mm.
Anase mpo sɛ nye nipa no wo ne ne de kra na ɛyɛ wadamfo kɛkɛ saa minute no wo ne ne nenam we afei no wabɛhyia no.
Mm.
Just say hello. Nacha, unse bi owe yen sri hehe wani beje. But within a short time, and no say it may take you even 10 minutes for that. No
Mm.
waka say excuse you 30 minutes, 20 minutes na kodi unkomo. Eno enye nchire ni bie. Pese odi unkomo a. But modia na ji nipa ne number. We introduce nipa ne che no oh me ni nipa bi nenam ye pentem ni ade. Untimi nja nipa no ho. Untimi fa me nko baabi na unja me ho even 10 minutes so kodi unkomo.
Mm.
The number actually what do media medwa mama
Bidra.
pai wa hwe kra me sole
Bidra.
akwa min kasa ho kra bi wa gu mani
Bye.
mase wa mu me wa gu manim tia
Good.
aha
I like it. Asantoa and sorry, you know. Asantoa kanaji. Nana manenko. Anu se nana de nemre no. Enye inti no.
Ɛyɛ ɔdɔnko a manager meda ase bebree abusuafoɔ nso so mommɔ adwuma manager sɛ nkɔmmɔ wei na ɛda hɔ no asɛm no ɛmu odu kyɛ sɛ nkɔmmɔ no mu odu na if you are able to trisect whatever ɛyi a wobɛtumi divide na ɔde ayɛ no papa ɛnyɛ bɛtɛɛ na akoma mu nyansa ne adwene mu nyansa no as in said this topic yet me treating about 2 months cry. We no na obiya ye very matured. E won yama bebree mu. Manager asem a eda apono so ya mo ka ho asemi. No kwasem say a relationship it is meant for matured people. If you are not matured untimi you need not to take the person to the hour. Na me gidi ye say yene a wo ha nyina no me fan say yesi ano ye hye
nana network yi. Oh, nana network yi. Minim say asema na ebe kan so important. But yen shad on scenario ni yen you afi na scenario ba ko pe ye de ko akwa kosi baby. Ne ahwe the low emotional intelligent people how ombesi handles adi way. Any high emotional intelligent person how ombesi handles adi way because e betimi ato. These are the little things obi timi ya aka was adi way for 1 week. Obi betimi ya aka was adi way for 1 month. Bida obi kura betimi ya afa so de agyae wo. I'm telling you as any kind of simple sa no. Obi anya hwe o, obi ankobo adwaman yo, simple analysis. But when you how to handle the whole situation, honum na akomemu nyansa bem, we nya adwen mu nyansa. We nye books nyansa, we akomemu nyansa. When you how obesi afa, obesi aka no na asem no be dicey. Yen hwa de bi wa hanum sei. Enti no scenario na ye kana no yemfa nko ye chikakra minim se ebi mu di bi akeka ho ye di bi akeka ho ne ade ba yemfa nko na chikakra yemfa ne se okoye no ena nipa no yemfa baby a James se ni bufu ya na o feel se wonye important o feel se wonye valued yenyi Boston no de yen free Boston ho yemfa ne se James ne bu enfu amana amboste ohun odru 30 minutes na wentwem di 30 minutes later na oba ne bae. And James or no sepine cap or or no ninsa so person say the as I mentioned and found. But inside send Mary Sika or boil it. Inti we na Yankopon adom party na pon ye kofie yet came. Now this is where the low intelligent thing comes in. The low intelligent emotional the said the low emotional intelligent person or started silent treatment. Low intelligent person will just start with silent treatment. And I say or best started through remarks. Ushiba. Oba unim nyansa de. Be mane unam. Asa nyo ni wu. Ono tikem oba unim nyansa de. Sa obema be ma bresa. Nkrase semse. Minti na me de mempe nkrase fo na enantie no. Low emotional person obeye adie no low emotional people tick for tick, tack for tack. You made me feel this way and sana yebe address no I have to make you feel that way and sana yebe address it wama na ye me ya ese mi ye bibi man ye o ya and sana problem ne yebe solve ya solve it. Into no de tooth for tooth, boot for boot. Low emotional intelligent people no ehone start free. Onim say oba na onene nam no, right? At this point James enya una menkasa sa na oba active, but onim so oba na onene nam no. Ade on pay a silent treatment. Eno no de be ye. Because James menkasa sa na menkasa sana James iti o but James so per se ansa na ye beka ho asem no me so me hetew the way you made me feel not valued, you made me feel not important. I must do the same thing to you. Enitino James enim say me lady na me ne wo no I didn't pay a silent treatment because Emani feel it is only important. Now fear akoso James Jim well since ono mama make ama me feel it is me important no. Nkasa no. Sene be onu su be hu how is it. Low emotional intelligent people banter. They banter boot for boot. The wo ye me no saa na ese me so me de yawo. Afi ye score ye hu wi a afi brane nka ho asem. Because of person they tell say before be kan asem, they just all man example of the way and how is he feeling like. Uni obi atenada. Uni obi atena problem ba on solve you o make sure so the bia ye wan sana maka ho asem. Azantoa me uni obi tia on problem ba they are not in a rush to solve it. They want to do the same thing to you first before we run to solve it. And sana kwabena ye betena se a ye be solve ade na esi no. Ma me fa bi nye wansa. Me fa bi nye wo dia ade nti na esi solve. Pains. You need to feel the pains. And so we call redeem. Right? And you know, we are not blaming anybody here. I am not blaming anybody. I'm not saying say Nana very much say relationship is for maturity. You can maturity na higher ne. Sanyo we emotional intelligence can ho. Akomemu nyansa na ka ho. Nti na akomemu nyansa no se wo no se bibi say ya happen. Because nipa no all ye no one onim se wode. Excuse me. Onim so de ye wo enfa no so call ye oni nipa na kasa for 30 minutes. O hwe wanim no, o to nani hwe wanim no. Ana ugina honom no. Ohun sa wonom o drink o ye okay. One show any action bia, one show any face bia. Nti nipa no onim so ye okay. Right? E nipa ni nim so ye okay no. Guess what? E nipa ni nim so ye okay no. And I know they all call about. And all back within 30 minutes. Party na pon na moko fie no. Afi de na wa start silent treatment. Menkasa ho. Because also they made you feel unimportant. You also person feeling unimportant. E ye low, u ye low, e banu emotional intelligence, u ye low e wo ho. Ye bet same scenario we ye wie ene de yesua na ye bet kire obi a wo high emotional intelligence. E kwan be na e se ofaso e ye no. As either so be sa na se obi wo hono ma why na ate where the way bi da and I'll call and I'll need jina honum and I'll ne kasa kofa nei kofa nei ko sa open no kofa no ko date no me kra me mpebium I dey kra so no me mpe obi mu aputo obi o te sa de no sa won ni jina won ne sresre kofa no dia we ye no just me dwene ho a me ntiase e dey kwase asem so no wo dey ko se me hu hiaw se me nye important se me nye value kofa no on na papa right so on the do ba so on the do ba party no right kofa no wo so your friend catch ne se me de na chew me de wo ache no kofa no straight away na enipa no person you do ye kim emotional intelligence no sa nipa no low. They are low in emotional intelligence. Do you know why? Unimade ema obi low in emotional intelligence because they cannot communicate. So obi ntimi communicate how they feel. But to hurt you back, emotionally they are low because bibi yana ontimi nka just why you be obebre emotionally uye lower and I will react sa emotionally uye lower and I will act sa Nana Berima I know so network netiko right emotionally uye lower
Yes, manager, we dem find me busuya. Me network no me nim de ma ya it me yes nemom quickly. The na me can say, you see, relationship it is not meant for weak-minded people. I say relationship is meant for matured-minded people. Ah, whom you not come tirabo mu say or person utu anamombi. Na adeɛ baako yɛ manager. Me, I'm a bear me, I cannot restrict my woman. Say, wo bema we me ma one nen kasa. And I say, wo me ma own kwaha, and I me ma own ya adie we. You have your own lifestyle, our lady. But bisa who say, does it worth it? Is it worthy for you to act that way? Is it worthy as a married woman? And now say, as a responsible woman and a responsible man, we yet to sir and among we. Mania, I've been called.
No problem. And no, so Adiana, yeah, kind of right. What I'm not saying is important, right? San your money and wunya obe catch any pano, but how and I will be starting no. A whole na kofani na eba. Because young woman said Danny Pawe, young fan said Danny Pana, James a girl no. Young fan James a girl na or actress ano. Young fan said that James a girl no. Onim de oh ye. And I say onim se adie we ya mi ye ebeha James. Etimisi obi wo hono ma afi no hia na foforo a new date. Unim so ope na ompe meboa. You don't know the kind of impact I'll make it. The same thing now, James Buefu on hono. O de beye be ma fufuru bi on fa ho. O de beye o baby on fa ho. But James fa ho. But ekwanya James befa so a obe communicate akere Mavis no. Eho na ni nyina agina. Eho na ni nyina agina. Right? Into emotional intelligence na ye kan ho asem no. Enye per se enipa na oya ade no because that nipa na oya ade no bi wonu ma Mary onim se o ade we ebe how James minim se ade we ya mi ye ebe how babana minim se ade we ya mi ye ebe oba bi wonu ma to be honest with you she doesn't know enye ne fault onim. It could be say in the background baby o free ba no. It could be say yemfa ne say ex bia o date no or yes ade na eye normal ma no. Intimation ni trim say be ma bia no eye normal ma no. And on share ne want na ho enka ho asem say ye call party a ekwan be so na wo be fa ye ntra on discuss ne masa unless say esi meboa. Enti esi a ene efam aba say oh say me ye nipa no wampe o say but James a report no e honum na ye hwese sie e kwan a James be fa o be communicate no eno etimi breaki and as etimi say asem no e honum na ye canon right so silent treatment men kasa ho but nipa ni nim de why obi wo honum a ho otimi wa Mary why like why unim de why you obe pusana sa e de na me de ayewo na de me de ayewo. They are refusing to tell you. Menka. O se onya mehwe, otimi kasa menya onya mehwe so still na no nkasa ho. Ba wo so no hu se ni pay ma ye ni bibi enu nti na wo react sa. O se debi menya hwe, onya mehwe. Me okay. Obeye din ebia after the party na mo be kofi. Obeye din sa on kasa ho. Mudru fear still na on kasa ho. Card nim on kasa ye on kasa. Mudru fear. Hapana den how James den how. Hwen hame. Me okay. Are you sure my you bibi? Onye me hwe. Silent treatment. Emotional intelligent no. In this scale no. Minka says Anna James Baye, but in this case, I did James here example no. James it will low emotional intelligence. Obi wonu ma waka say, I na wakasa. Na James just so anya hwe. Girl na wakoye bi. Yeah, girl na yi bibi. But James does not know how to communicate his emotions. He rather hurt you because when him said dear you know, a hurt girl no. At this point in the relationship, mo say na mu ye ni ye me busa o. Oh no, mommy and kind of relationship no James at this point no or say na ye ni ye. Because obi one more because say James is right. Somebody quote unquote, yeah, but James is right. The girl was not supposed to do that. The girl is not supposed, but the girl doesn't even know what she has done. Onim. Ebi I am fan say girl ne call honum no. Enye da nipa no ne kasa 30 minutes nipo. Ebi kura na ose hunadamfo baby. Ena one ne kasa e na osa call back to James. Ebi kura na you know why so many things that were that party na say, but James intimi nkan say we na ye and intine bia and why you din no man silent treatment and a girl ne tete no high emotionally ya ka say emotional intelligence na enye se obi yade because ye nyina ye betimi ayade a obi mpe mebo ana enye ne emotional intelligence no. Yes, emotional intelligence no. Another thing here, ebia Mavis nim that say James in PBB say na yeah. And no, emotionally Mavis na intelligent. But at this point, the infant is say James a girl Mavis onim says hadi we me ya ompe onim. But I think I see for the first time and I say James money hunu. But James be money hunu no on money hunu the right way or say asem no or no so or ma ade na ye ade fie bi say no or be mana dane kese by silent treatment first. I feel obana so tete obana ha de na maye nti no bi wo no ma da ede na maye no itimi frustrate no ana ono apai ansakra before ono be hunu de waye no na wapai jawo. Oh, ebin told yes, ebin told that ebin told ada. Asema make me hey plenty times. Maybe atomida. Yeah. We be atoda. Why you frustrated to the point so obi mpesa obi ma silent treatment mpesa obeka de why ususu unim de why waka what it ya no apai wo apai eja no. Ade na me kra me nyaw adai ade na maye but today ade na me kra maye adai 2 days ni onkasa me ho mbuza ho and I say adai ntia na ye mature people na ate anu say ade me ade me pekra ni o inti no wo case na watena so no James u case na watena so no. Odi a she secret lock him no wa lock no. Because odi tune be aso. Right? But aso na odi tune no say see as and 20 min take silent treatment na ade man no. Ti asanto wa paye jawo. Insisi ano. Opaye no. Guess what? Hey. Wo boefu. Sana go. Wo boefu. No. Debi o. Wo momo boefu. Hey, ye no ane say na ame. Obi mre o. Ene di eja beto ha. Ene esi ebeko. Me timbe bi na me kan no. Nkwasi asem na wodi na me kan ho hwe no. Wo boefu. Hey. Chesame na mejimi on. O kase mejimi on. Omo ba be ko abra asanto anim problem no baby e free ba Mavis enim baby a problem no e free ba emotional intelligence e ho na start free e ho na start now sesi ano mo de asem we nyina akọ afi no omumienu nyina apai right we apai me to wonum na me nya hwe no me to wonum no na asanto asom na den na maye wo mitifia mi no tifia no say e den na maye wo ene ma no aduane mama aduane adi still na nkasa me ho maye say still na nye me fa watare me de akosia still na nye e den na menye mitifia no say nkasa me ho me ade a me mpe nkurasesem o And then mimi ye krasini, mimi ye kra asantwa ni baby a problem no free ba or wo ade a woni mu ho hwe. James so the problem na sha adakem no bua so no dia hye na motuom. Eno no so omani hu tse balloon omani hu the same way ye de betu ani ma he fa na start free. Why na man be do this level? James failed to do just one thing. One thing. James, adia obeya one thing. James, obwa. All you needed to do was just one thing. James, adia ba ko pen na esa wo ye. Mary nke bia nka asanto ampo. Nka obedunu no ho. Ko be pa o chew. One thing pe sesi ade no edru uye krasini edru mena o catch sa kire me na ma me challenge na escalate from there na ekonanim by the time omudi
the manager o pa che say o pa che sa de buabo me
ebuabo wa sama problem na how no asa buabo. How many times the whole relationship by ma the lack of communication, lack of communication. No one say ma de na say bua sa bo. Na at the end of the day, you know. What's happy dear the energy? Wona nke bia obi tito me. Hey, if you see who me na wa ye ma de no e honum na obebua e honum na santo e de na ma ye wo. A day na mini uti fi hanum say my yo. Ebi so a party no was last 3 days o wait. Wa ma party na twem 3 days. Ama na twem 3 days. Inti sesi akra santo ado kra no. And nam say it was so fun re fit the oye yenti no. Wo me no call party obi timi mani twem 1 week. On silent treatment for 1 week. The bad habit. Bad. Obi wonoma or pesa or hetel to the point is at the end wo ye no 2 hours pesa or times no by 4 no ma wo feel a low emotional a ban intelligence a wo ye low e wom se nipa na anya de onu onim de wa ye mpo se wa anya de o but you failing to communicate that thing na nipa na ye no. You are escalating the problem. Problem ni ye kete just a seed ba obe man dani ejiakese by failing to communicate and communicating effectively, not just communicate keke. Failing to communicate, right? Nana, it's you know, failing to communicate. Yeah, you can answer me. Say, James and can seminar for 1 week. One can seminar for 1 week, you know. Ashano so yes apunchire ni ta inso ta apunchire na oyere oje because one man na tie no silent no or silent treatment kojo nana you okay me okay nana ho ye me ho ye den na maye o onye me hwe for 1 week atano nti ono so beje wo no wapai na afi 1 week party no was last week o kasa wo tajira hanu mo kasa party na ye call no last week na Mary aka party ben on kan wama ni re kure fi asem no ni re fi na afi James atati afa so so we de oye made a onfa ho you failed emotionally. We low. You couldn't communicate. We are crying. Yeah, wadia. We be na hotel muna on kasa. Ti freeze result to muna ene ye wadia. Ti ye wadia. Di wuni mi muna men kasa muna. And it on say a silent treatment, but on silent treatment, as I be PM or emotional intelligence. And you know what tires are you don't know how to communicate emotionally. So who fail to communicate emotionally or draggy issues or draggy asemanyas or to me draggy because a bianca asem no kan kan nipa no krank wa power when you know ho power chew amaneko Nana
And yeah, where they more find me. So like I was saying, you know, relationship, it is meant for matured people. Na topic na for any munsem senia ubefa asembi na wakamunsem no. Sometimes yeah, I'm linking it to the individual differences that we have amongst us.
Yes.
Na yeah na esunu nipa biara ne sa asemba beto no a sene usi digest asem no efa. Any sene usi handle no. Eno na nipa no position ya na owo. Edu baby as ansem kro ya no na ma linking it to human temperament. If you read more about human temperament, who say those phlegmatic and melancholic people, no, they are more emotional than the sanguine and the choleric people. Because sanguine and choleric, as someone says sanguine, the bay and passere ediakekan, choleric, a bit too amount, shim, a few once wakumamu echa. But the phlegmatic and melancholic for no, it's answer among they are always indoors, they always call back to their shells. Say, I'm far. No, who say no, and you say, let me call back to my shells. Now, if you are kushim, and in on country, why you dina or so, Kopim say at the right time, after you best a pussy about out. Now, Wababe can't say, okay. Now, adia back ni manager. Me personally, me de me ankasa me ye fato ho. Me emotional being. Me kind of say me okay, me can't report say, but or me be dealing no be hunu position me wom. Me ye that type, but I discovered myself said the would can you know.
Yeah.
Say me emotional person. Issue bar, how do I handle it? Na metnasi time from time to time me weakness no ankasa ye. Then I started working on it. Ade ba ko na ewom communication senia okay. Then I started asking questions. Though me I'm a fan of asking questions, but a banon say akoma mu nyansa no sa bre no mu no a na me fall short. You know, I say no say no. Then I have to ask questions. A day in Tina Simis or ye say. A day in Tina or ye say, quite ben so. Again a man of bassa. Until then, me baby has a me ma from mono. A day na me ya a man nipano a yes, sir. Then no must start a year one a juma. Say any panos so then I'll find time, right time to talk to the person. And ask, I deal with we and say. Then no so shall say a brief me. I feel the imagine a yemeno, a do one not baby super pepe, a do one not in one also act a different thing. Then me shall say Miss Yan may be a film. And apart from that, Papa, me shall say Miss Yan the full be a mean to me front to just say. And no, na me baby who ye say nipa. Woni obinya asem na nipa nya hunade a o ya wo no momo no a wo hunade no wo hete wo ho da nipa no a ono ne nam ne baabi no.
That's right.
Iti eba ne say what do you have to do? E wo so ni nipa no e kasa.
Communication.
Na also so effective. Yes, communication. Effective bi so a wo mu ne say wo dreni me fa say you dump your spirit. Wo dreni wan kasa wo ho. Wa ho odin no a eti mu no. Omane yemre. A yemre so decision making so about the for
out of the window. Yep.
Into no custom say a ban this issue and a topic here with the about 200 year. Decision making on this thing and you must say we know the manager young rush it. Nanka young share say being 1 month, 2 months. We are diving deep into this topic. Because and no yen so back manager and my relationship be
Go big time.
We see the pioneer so emotional intelligence now what me handle certain issues be a proper opportunity. You lose those people. And they only bit one or kind of team say Senkaminya botre kakra bia nka se mesi kamene na etewo but abotre kakra bia manyanti ene maluzu say nipa no kwasem ni this topic a golden topic I was say ye somu ye nti me brain nti no ya na me pese me kasa kakra say the be ya eja ye frame ya na me ko nti ewomu na time no banzo so I'll come in and then add up to what you are discussing. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much. Said yeah, Nana Sika, no, man, I love it, James. James, what do you blame me? I blame you until now. Go ahead. Yes.
What question, Busa? What you say? From the onset, no. Anytime, let's say the other partner goes wrong, na abia, any a probably not be free na you want to talk about it. Now we keep comment say, oh, I will pass mama home. Why I will the other pass mama, I'll pass mama home. And because I only cost all the time, you know, you decided say, okay, this time around, I'm not going to ask questions. Because anytime you are not far into Kwaba, into this time around, the only thing is I will not talk, I will bottle it up. Now to see reaction say yeah, or realize say, this is the situation. I didn't pay. I mean, see at first now we be no Kasam, but this time around on Kasam, but I'll give it the silent treatment. You know, in that case, you know, I know you are saying so say that silent treatment, and you know, I know so no one. I know say you are hurting yourself because the more you show,
and now you're hurting yourself.
Poison. The more
exactly.
You show, not the more and now over sending out when we say what why you free be that also what man why you free now at the end of the day no they say I mean because of self let me adopt this strategy now also say we know still no one I'll head on what way and I said what other way we will try to resolve this issue because from onset we will resist that topic now say oh we don't pass mama home after almost one so on now a mistake you know and you want to talk about it to solve issue and then move on with life. What are you going to do to solve that?
So, and I'm a kind of say, you see, you want to raise the thing up and communicate about it. You are being emotionally intelligent, but guess what? The other opponent is not being emotionally intelligent. They don't want to validate your feelings and that's how you feel. And when I say, this topic we ask me, KBB say, you can learn and you can be emotionally intelligent, but if you go in with someone who is the opposite, because now you are good, right? You want to implement all these skills into your relationship. But call left and right. You want to talk to them, and sometimes, James, what I do, they say, normally with me, when I find out that someone is low in this area, I find a strategic way, and then I be to sort of university one we are learning something like so. If you are in this platform and you are dating someone who is the opposite direction, you try to convince that person, oh, me to the be in front, I can go and search this topic to say emotional intelligence, right? And then I will purposely just come. Oh, Mary. Oh, and that you makuhu ade bi pa come on me pesi yesua. Odwen ho say, me hu ne say me akra me hwe no. Oh, me hu say aboa me pa me pesi yesua. So I introduce some of these things as a lesson yensua mbom. Because one yen is se nipa no when you say what you don't know will kill you. Because I'm so but and it's slowly just killing the relationship until you find a wise way, a smart way. You see, and that is the reason why side of yeah side of a friend say world no and I yempe ade a friend counseling but oko the western world bibi kitwe bi omonte omo ho ase okay, let's go for somebody to teach us, to help us, to help us know the next road. Ebetimi are dey aboa ye. I say by yen side no, if it is odo university craba is anke ma me anto do hanke bebusa no, you barely two people coming, you barely see two people coming to counseling together. It's always one person. Ba kono ukoka oma o na wo no eye wo a say ye wo a una ma de ne nkoso na wo say ba be catch me say ye nko counseling na wo say ba be catch me say ye nko. James, you see, that is where the problem is. We don't have people ye ne omunamo a say ye hia mo akra na ka say ye nko for mo a they would want to even come with you. They will tell you say wo mum kokosa ho yare wo mum ko una o yare una nko yie wona ate wona adwen ate tiko ukosa ho ya obetimi aka cha so ukọ na eyi a na wabefa me na mekọ so ana me kan no ya ma me anto do an ko be prove ya chew our we be pray egu but you only find one person coming to save the marriage ba ade no so no sene nana sika and I love it or say when you're ready I don't take someone to the altar ade ye mienu ne call altar no so ba problem ba dia nipa ba ko pe na eba problem ba majority of the time problem ba nipa ba ko pe na eba. It's so sad. Amen. Who says Edino farm so.
Bama basu kakra me basu nana kasa. Ti de course me bi bebre na kakra baby mo bidro no. Ene baby I was think about ha be kasa na me be. Say cancel no wakasa pa waka kwase bi ye. Say ye Africa for ne pe cancel. So na di ntia ya na ebo ama cancel na eye ne se. Won say me no minim ho kofi minim ho manager minim ho na Mary minim no na mode mo asem aba nti se di ntia ba cancel no hia no ebe ma mu enu wate wase ni obi akeke ene so de oya okwa no hwe ni obi akeke ne mum bia yankopon aye na dom se de urade aye madom ya adom keke wo obi kana asem ana answer no aho yame ho pomkron de amame no eno no sankrofo ni bisa unya nipa bi otesa eboa ibisa nam se minim kofi na minim Mary na o maba me no makama o mo asem no sa dom no dom na dom no ma o answer na de ma o mo e trudo e ni kure trudo na de o cancel no anase be fan se na me cancel a me catch because say if you na mini hobi mo kuno mini ho mo ye mo problem no mini ho nti se wan ye de me make na ani dia na chese nipa to no difficult no oye na de ba dodo na so mo ko cancer be boa o mo no e ma the other parties no o mo hu se ene asema ma me yiken anasa asema nipa yiken ma dia tu chese onimme enso o kama se pepe so onimme enso asema o kan no grass woni me bebre etolebu amede message be group about two groups bi mu a obi tin ba cho santo da sama wo kan de asa wonne me asa wonne me no nya ba mpe na chese di pakro no waje ni mfunso atum waje the mistake we ye no waje atum
sa
so bi ka ti ti na bebre asori omukọ asori a uyo di na wo nse nsori ma no asori na omuhima anka uti sa ka omo ma asori nyina akoma because the wonka oh yes pepe but unim no uni ho na waka ana bam na eno che se di pakro no waji wadi obeka che ni be obeti so na se mo no woka obu awan se dukuru ka asem kire na If you say Bema no crap percent where they were manipulating, so that's it. Bema I said, I would not me Jimmy. Would the opposite the old kind of mean tea, the old kind of mean tea. Now, what's done? I would die, man. We say we crack.
Yeah.
And she be an asthma who couldn't answer or you can. And you create to do the council on the day. Say the many J canon. Kawari for Pia, Ubia so no. Oh, I ran a good Tigrana. We are canceling beer, cancel beer, waiting me a bomb. On coach, you wait me a coach, you be an catching me blue at your way. So, did we will be a dating no Brawati. Nanya coupon and yardum. Namin Chonemanka cranka crowd be winning. And I said, Ubia, or the boyfriend or the wife. It's all my problem. So, we can't go from 2 or 4 back door. Because if you are my catch home, say, oh, Coquin is but see the paragraph be so question be an BBS or Debra. Yes, if you have my coach, I may judge you 24 hours old. But me do see bread beer. A bed poor one won't say, baby, I would read in Mijawa, wedding Kunimewi, Mijawa, Adena ye, Mijawa, a summoner, a see my way. So, and it's cancel the pa. And Peter James was said besides him, said that may back it up. Now, Nina, my ding, Nipper me fees and reading any idea. Minas was 70 jackas a year, many patronia de Oya, but communication, communicate. So, communication is very important. No, now, after there, no, we no akasa. Although, now, Nipper so Nakuma Tony Yemu said a buffon coffee crana and a cassa. Nia weke biana yana ekunipada sumo echen se bia dipado bofu ijankra ni mu yetutu nkra na so one na be solve issue na se mo na be solve mu issue ne cancer na mo de be kwa mfa bufu en solve problem da so nya botre na sa sunjwe ba kasa yen kasa men kasa udi de dipado be ka bia no ese uti na we din na we binya hwese sa na mani jaka
Debbie
then no SSA unini para communicate. Transit na kuma to niemu awe dey do beka no biti. Ni para kwa kukukuku awokasa ni bofu no. Ana wo ya de na yenye na the moment no. Wunya botre kitu e bia. Wo se di para na kwa na dwere ka chen say ah ni pa uni na nyen. Wan so wonfi wo. Ni pa de wuye kwa wan say ase beka kwa o kaba ko pa na yedin. O kaba ko pa na yedin de osu to kwa na. Wo se wan kasa uni pedua no. What you know, brain no need to as I fight with you, and I'm in Jammy Bassas again. So now one can only pay you no as a won't feel. Now walk the Wakasasa, and I make Casasa no fee, just a Majimiana, who be sent me the wood man and you be yeah.
Now, and Mrs. Silent treatment, no so cry, na ye can want him. Why no so why silent, no? We are silent, not panels so and Zamba. Now we say, Ubu say fool.
Na o person kan nyina na hu kwa o de
o person anka o ba no bebusa o pusu ama wo kan de o pipi o mu no ba wanya na o bu say fu o na wa say silent na o bu say fu say nti be hear me say din kra on
silent treatment no eye nyuma bebre o media silent treatment ni nyuma bebre e pattern to kwa o wunim say all say two people, if you guys are fighting, nipa mienu kuno obi a third person be no obe pata. Find a pata santo kwano. Silence na obey no. And a patanto kwano. So, if you would dip in power, yes, we are different to I din you. But didn't pray you too much. They didn't know you too much. If you're not putting the brain power feel. One more and they be also wrong per one casa. And I won't say third person neighbor no. Say neighbor no better say more kwa. I did bit me up wow esia no kwa no. So obey abutre. Na be kakra. Na apata the moment no. E two bit me so it is a true menu say many hane pow I mean pow me na money hane sabe na ebu a ofisi bi aba nipa ba akofo na board atutu mi na ni hane obi kwa board na board bi ayi tutu ayi wan obi pese o win ntiro asa abote na for na we so abomanya for enko sasem sa na nipa de titi awadwe wo ka makan bi na we so kan bi ne we so kan bi ade obonsam di ku aware no manager wa kire nyina wa kire ye papa fini e da ye share less we ase But do na mo keep no ebe boa o mo keep a. O be keep a aware a obekom beam and aware a wom beam. Date a obekom beam and a date a wom no. Ubedi nkunim. Edi nyansa ni nimdi na yede tra aware mu. Se wonim nyansa enware. Edi pa se wonim nyansa na wonim nimdi apa me enware. Se wo ware so na se wonim nyansa na se be pattern na jimi a eno so problem pa. Jim
Oh. Ante ewa hanum say. Sene ante odo esi kano. Eno ana wasi so ewa hanum say. Se owa hanum say. Na uni Jimmy for sebi o. Eko nante a obebre. So asem na ye kano. Scenario na ye make ye no of how to be emotionally intelligent on that birthday party scenario na ye kan no. There was so many different scenarios ye bekum tino. Mame and skipping of fast ne yenko because emotional intelligence akomamu nyansa no nkrabata ba akopenie. Next week yesade de toso no ebeba. The next scenario ewo honum one wo partner ene wo honum na anniversary bi birthday for wa birthday o birthday drew na o partner no ne refi it doesn't matter ebetimi ayo ba ebetimi ayo bema na me mema mensa so wa hanum say because mema na ya na etenya ye man de ya na yeso mu date pa so mu notebook bi show mu tim ten date no na ka kire ma papa no ma boy so mema no de ye notebook no say ebia paper no half ate anything no o birthday drew na hwa akoye nim o hwe nim onka hwe anope twem onka hwe ewie twem onka hwe enwumere twem onka hwe adiasa still na branti nka hwe it could be text message onka hwe akomamu nyansa no eno ne ye ka no tie onka hwe na afi watimi abafie bi a okwadwuma wa abafie ohre n'anim as wo pese o kire utimi ye science bi kra kire no and never have status no so also when they been share nya time but my busy mehwe akire mehwe pese o ye bibia na nka wo de kan no na ohu wan kan pum na wa famu no wada na da na dwo no ene oba no na o obadwene ho saa inti mimene ne te wono me birthday inti wan kan po ha wo hye and I could be say be am anniversary te say me awan wo hye me awan to hwe amame me awan yi say me low emotional intelligent people not say akomemu nyansa no low this is what you do ade e chia isi ade achi wanyane wo muna obi wonom so ade achi no nyane na silent treatment straight Menka sana ho. Se on kan me. Nti ade nti na esa me de me so me kan no. Akoma no aso mu o ye wo ho adwuma no. O be start ye yusu amwa ye nioma bi a bema na afi obi wo no ma on kasa bema no ho a bema no so ono no ni tese adwene enam ni tirim no. Refi adenti ono so sorry ya na yire munasa no na ade no munasa ade de na how adwa akosia ama de na how bibia hame I would say ye koda enye say na ade obi ade na we hu bibi wo me phone so otimi doubt no ho ade wakofa me phone na de bi fa phone ade no munasa enye bibia onfi no na bema ni pushi na someone fa me ho me to uno me you never care fa hwe ho me boa o asema me ke fa hwe ho e dey na ma ye o be ma no nim se ne refiu ba hwe de Christy be ye So family ho. No me. No me o. Because anka wo dome a. There be o. Anka wo dome a o. Anka wo behunu de waye. Ma on so no me nti unim de unnim on se still na akra unhu de waye. Be man say. E dey na maya o. Kwadwoti bom because onim de waye. Yaw etip chese mant no kra ewom kra no won kan adwendwen bia wonam mu ne nneoma bia nam ne tirim no on kan but Christy so enhunu how to communicate it and ono so no your friend say wafa ho abufuo so do renim how to communicate the feelings say waye ni bibia manaye ne ya no no so atam waye ni secret or the password atoso problem no the password that two problem no so no they are na motum ano say yenko koso mfa me ho nti ene ye beko ena ya de den na mayo ko ju den na mayo Chris se mfa me ho sanke anke ye mpanafo no a ka ye mpanafo na me ye sure say nka this time anka was send bibi e de na ma send e de na maye na maye and no okoso all pant no hunt no pant and I'm say be manu susu nim de ono susu aye ni nti no koko apai ve yango so unka bring the fight on because what can say ma unfa me ho onno me and anka odo me a na sa you nyo bi a unyo romantic kra me de mema o munyo romantic de amimpu onemete ede na waya mameda birthday no boss who on ka the word birthday krampo na be ma no mpo adwena aba so on ka wan ra da whole day no be ko on ka the word birthday be ma no so adwene boom because onim de waye emotionally no whoever this person is no onim how to communicate their feelings into no wama problem no e ketekete seed but obemana paya ye kese emotional intelligence na ho asem no ebia na ye kan yenko next scenario so right financial tension sikasem ye manu were you sikasem manu were you finances no ye dia boom sikasem no ye dia boom oba no adwene amaso okoye no na omu ye emanu free bibi mo kan bibi mo friends say sales omu ye sales boy omu ye sales buy one get one free this is ade we dey me man family ho me be coffee Laurentia ade we dey me man family bo ade we dey o chana me ba na obi ato me ma obi nto me to dia coffee patam accounts no na ebusuan no use no also ade die me kwa me kire kwadwo se ade die na da bi ye hia mintimi ma na nkondi meto no wato afi kwadwo ti wonum sa kunkron no afa ne phone notification of fire accounts no so ate na me ka kire Dora se mani nyusu sikano wa yusu sikano adenti na me kacha ne se mani nyusu sikano no akọ yusu sikano me kacha ne se yemfa save obetum go fie hanum ze na me kasika ho asebe nya asebe ketwa o me de sikari o ya obetrega me o ne kreni nyame anim me kacha ne se mani nsan kasikano we sikadicious woman dang afeno then what happened enipa ebana komemu nyanza onim how to communicate no udru akosua dru fie hono ma no ya dru fie hono ma no adentina o ade kra so ni bana wo ye obi a wonya responsible ba akokra adena wonya responsible sa you are not responsible we yet ya ope Dora say in my head then am I oh yeah the opera do I didn't know the opera sa ye catch chira wa udie asem on kan asem no ade na esi no on kan or attack Dora or attack Christy or attacking Mary. Mary soon named the why. No attacking. Emotionally, when you know how to communicate your emotions are this this relationship, this idea your friend or do ukoma ube bro when your friend emotional intelligence. Na me person me brave befi bibi. Mavis ebusa question be can an emotional intelligent woman become emotionally unintelligent because of hormonal changes? So usua saadie we ya a triumph hormonal changes. You only allow your hormones to get out of control because you don't know. If you don't know something, it controls you. Intimate or question now busani a very important part. Maybe si busa say on say my ana hormones no a dozen say there's some period in your life and I say even menstrual period near the adeno okwa obi one ma bibi ano a trigger and tentem no a trigger and tentem until busa say e bano sana enam hormones na e koso go body ntina e ma wo ye emotionally akomemu nyansa no e ba form ana. And the answer is wuni makomemu nyansa wo kra no we emotions. And I say, hormones ye bebre a utimi who say, today I'm not myself. And then dear, as all come here, I can't be intino, mammy, trim when I'm in yedi.
Yeah.
Dear me womb, dear me home yemeno, me home tete me. So being emotional intelligence even make you become aware of your hormones and everything. It makes you more powerful to what is happening in your body. Because I don't say, I said the foundation of emotional intelligence here, self-awareness, knowing thyself, knowing the possible emotions in, right? And into the young Koreans and to us say, right? So the emotional intelligence, finances, no, and your scenarios, yeah, man, you know, will be one of my because okay, now at the end of will be emotionally no intelligent. A quite based on an emotional intelligent person should respond to some of these scenarios. Yeah, but can want them actually asem no. A ban being emotionally intelligent, you need to identify your feelings. When the one say I work hospital, Udru hospital honoma near Busa say a den house in Mayare. But say den house debut Mayare. Mary, Udru hospital a den house in Mayare. Doctor Metias also yari you. O hen fan a yare, a hen fan and a yo ya. Mayare. Unchre no baby a yo ya. Doctor no at that point one obe free say wadwene mu kaw because adentina o se o yare na unim baby a wo yare no ehemfa na eye o ya right so oko hospital e hona because as o chire doctor no ehemfa na yare ni free bansa na wetimi atam ni mfidia owo e de aba ye dey aba be hwe honom no be start a diagnosis ye free be diagnosis honom no be start aye dey ahwehwem say okay also yare yate ase also yare cool yate ase also yare ehemfa na ye o ya wo say oh uti pa inti no or diagnose ehemfa no be start free uti na afi wa start ye dey ebusa questions efa uti ho say ni uti no ye o den o die no ebia wo sorry ye no na ho aye hia na ena no ade na odi ye say no start ye dey ebusa questions me bo anya sa na tie Mary
yeah sa na tie
Ban with emotions are Ahanum saying you need to become self-aware, you need to be able to identify your emotions. Okay? You need to be able to identify your emotions. Ban emotions are esa one kasa wo ye won to say doctor. Ban one kasa emotions are you need to act like a doctor and ask yourself, Hame, okay, how am I feeling right now? Okay, right now I feel angry. Mebuefupa. Now when him say bebre na no adikronti a emma omuntimi communicate your feelings is they don't know how to describe their feelings. Unim sa bebre na nim how to describe their feelings in intino. Adia wouldn't how to describe no or react anyhow. As I'm told to say. So when adia how or act anyhow. eno na ma ototo ho because you can't ade na ekoso mu no you feeling na untimi what me abuso obi da abna wabuso obi da say ade na how simbuafu ade na ama obufu minimo ini asem buafu so obi timi bufu na untimi identify ade a ema ni bufu ni ma konti nipa ni ntimi nkanchiro Mary ni ma konti nipa ni ntimi nkanchiro wono ankasa no wontimi nhunu ade kro enti wu ni ma de kro a obeda sa ho yare ade na ha wo wu ni ma de kro obeda nya ho aduro your first problem no when it comes to self-awareness now, you need to be able to identify emotion be a beba umubiano. Eso trigger be a emotion trigger be a beba umubiano. Eso emotion trigger you and hifani free ba. E then e didn't buy. E then e kofane buy. Eso ubisa questions. Ubisa wankasa questions so. Ansana so ubusa na wunya anu ye na wakoni nipa na kasa wenya anu ye na wokwa obeto ahwete na cause more problems. Pepacho the American otima say and what the American see with you some me say. Oh, what the American see with you when hunu de hawa na okose oni obi koka ho asem a unhunu asem kada obekanu enti no obi wono ma obeka say no obi wono ma wo say amasem no na ma asem obi say wa asem na edo but what can say no because when to me identify the how into wo koye na wo ne ayi obenten ekokasa no when to me anka ne ti what can say no ti ama wa asem onye de nti obi bese eno na yenya phrase bi se me de fo akodi bem sa na ye kan right
the bem akodi fo
or the bem akodi fo was not you had a case now wo case but o koka no what say no when hu asem ka nkrofo bebra o mu nim o masem ka no is because wonim de ha no but oposo o koka into no enam so wonim de ha no into no koka no wasai no into ne yenhwa de bi wan say ye de ye lesson 90 bi de ba wie but yenhwa de bi wan ye ba besua hawa ubesi ehunu ne how ansa na woni obi akokasa say ba no identifying your emotional ade ben na meka you need to be like a what esa wo ye te said den esa wo ye te said doctor on how I see doctor you see you no oh yare oh okay when fa na yo ya oh okay my bet you no okay wa bet no start doctor on ma wo edro da about nim de how why na go hospital or do on mitia me yo oh sir nurse monfa para mra na mani bi nom no uti yo ya okay see no started da bay starting ra oh okay and no time be na started ye started time say e dey na wo ye man started ye na me ye say na man started ye okay dey na wo ye no wait then na wo kind dey udi ye that time no me di ade we okay udi ade we no o run ye na wan run it doctor be busa o be questions be dey wo ho owie kra ansa na wakotam ne mfidie dia besi uso na otam mfidie ni disi uso wia ohunu de ye wa ansa na wama ho aduro Mary right
yeah no asan busa okra say eye o ya no afa aduro bi ana
aduro be na afa ye o fa ye ekoye e na say eguso ye wo ya omutimi ko fa chart bi kire wo from 1 to 10 pain no eyo ya say pa 1 eye enye ya 10 ye eye me ya pa ehefa na oda obi se me da 7 meboa
yeah
se ubufu a ya we ho sa meboafu kwadwo hey ana na yem sa you know I say no because you ma the grunty cry obuefu. Is you there we even some say pan. But say this lesson so powerful. So powerful. Yen hwa de bi wa say. Nti yen hwa kwan a ye be fa so a ye be identify ye bufu and even ye emotions. Feeling na abe show mu na ama wo unya kora akwai nka me head no mami head no. Akwai me he mami mbutu no akwai mami mbutu no jimi mami mbutu no nya abotransa. Yendi kan hwe feeling no fana a free bar because e bi kra na another feeling no enye kojo feeling e ye wan kasa wo feeling and e ye osa. Does that make sense? Into no feeling emotion et say Jane no on say Jane ofa Jane a me pacho Jane mu no right Jane mu no pa wafa no the first layer na ofa no eno na wo de ye aduane na first layer no the edwira ho the first one no eno na wo de be ye aduane na eno so u pili that first layer na that first brown na wo ho eno na ye de ye aduane Jane no first brown eno na ye de ye aduane ntu yi brown na watam knife no watwitwa de agum ana so uyi brown na uyi ya den na ye utugu right
yes
cause enye good emotion feeling be a baby biano the first one no never stand on that first one e be deceive you e be da tiniye ahana secret ni nyina wo pese wo hunu wo ho a feeling be a wo be feeling for the first time biano. You need to dig deeper because there is another feeling behind the feeling. And tie ni pa ahanum na yesa wo catch ade no wan catch adisuan nyina ne fapem ne ha. Ye start ye nyina ne fapem ne ha. Feeling bia no feeling bi di akire. Nti wo first feeling na wo feel obi won ma me buafu. Enye bufu no. Obu emfu ye bibi wo bufu no echi. Ese ukohunu saa de kro no nti no obi wo no was me buafu na wagina saa bufuo no so e de react obi wie no asaya asem no ibisan say e dey nti kra na e dey nti na yes ah e dey nti na obufu yes ah onim because the first one na e ba no ogina so no de dey react so feeling and as emotion it is Jane first one ye yi tokne enfe no e fake. First feeling be a feel be a fake. It's not the real feeling. Go deeper. Ko another layer. I won't say Jane no white brown na. It would be a second one no kra ni nyusu. Utimi yi no so ye dey. Etokune. Because I no utimi se mu ha eye na ni nyira ho. Meboa.
Yeah.
First one no so kra ye nyusu. The third layer no ehon na start free ehonum na Jane na eyi ne hu pie meboa ehonum na abena Jane na nkasa no brown no yeyi brown no yeyi second layer to de be a second layer no be wi no bon se na afi Jane na abo kama na ehim na afi wata mo se kan no now the dey udi twitwa because eno na ye aduane no right brown one ne second layer no ye dey otokone ye meboa sana eyese we emotions no oye no so pese oye emotionally intelligent ebufu bi ebe ba first one bia no ye nfe no second one enfe no third one no eno ehonum na why you dey what busa ho nsema a diagnose emotion why ye nhwehwe mu why say doctor no why hwehwe emotion me feeling mad I'm feeling very mad okay mad no e dey na ama me feeling mad. Okay. Kojupie no wamantem. So I'm mad. But kojupie ya wamantem no. Are you really mad or you don't feel secure? Insecurity. Mewa. Unfeel safe. Unse kojo ye baby. Don't feel safe. Intino enye mad ye chem. It's not mad. You are not mad. You are feeling insecure. Does that make sense? Any example we want say we are going deep. Sheni pa, sheni waha. Me sadi me shia me hu dwiri me hwe. Enti so because I am angry me buafu. That first emotion no, me say etise Jane no dey enho no ye tugu ye twem. Enye angry. Angry is a core emotion. Core emotion is not really what is happening to you. And I said the main thing ama wo yes and core emotion no ye a bibi da sa de na chi ama wo o feel sa. Nti esa wo kwachire. That core emotion ye was secondary emotion wo ho. Sa secondary emotion na ye layer 2 of Jane no. Eno kra ye ye dey. Oh, mintio. Ye touching me boy. Layer 2 no ye touching. The third layer no. E honum ene bemu hu ade pote pa how. The third layer no. Eno ne bemu hu ade pote pa how. So the first layer will be I'm angry. Me bofu. But don't react on that. You need to ask yourself. You need to query yourself. That's all asking whole question. I didn't cause this a before way. Okay. I didn't cause this a before way. Yeah. And you know, what kind of party na ye call you know, you need James call you know. Okay. Mary, what kind of party scenario na ye no?
Yeah.
James is in a buafu no.
Yes.
James bufu ye no. James was not just angry. Na James bibi wo James bufu no echi. Okay. Ade be na na wo James bufu no echi. Ade na wo James bufu no echi no could be 3 things. Number 1, it could be said James why frustrated. But any frustration na na James. Meboa. It wasn't frustration. Was James jealous? Was James jealous? Comment section naseno. Mami unu say yes or no, just type yes or no. Was James jealous? Not James why jealous ana. James not yet frustrated, right? No, I am jealous, right? James was baby say yes, May say James was jealous. Emina say James was jealous. Was James irritated? Right? And Tisawuko somehow, right? James was jealous somehow. And I said James was irritated somehow. And into one say, right now, no, James ebufu ye diagnose James waha. Ye James who edjuma waha. Ye be dissecting e de be pa na ha James. James ebufu no was not just anger. Me buafu keke. But why na wahanum say ya or wahanum say ya ni bufu or ka say I'm jealous. Nobody says that, right? Everybody say I'm angry. Into jealousy crown you use the word angry to describe jealousy. You use obia frustrated ultimately you say I'm angry. Or the jealous, or the anger, describe it frustrated. Or the anger and describe it irritated. Or be irritated, I mean in Sasa and what no. You bet me so swaka James and what no. Because ne dofu free in change, you know, when you're comfortable, ne hot no. I didn't know why mama hot me, right? And you know now, no. Say James and who say the moment James bebusan intino sebi be how the moment I start here feeling emotion, don't react on the first one. The core emotion is always deceptive. The core emotion who feel biano e entro. The more now who peel layers no over and over and over no ubenya the main thing how. And no so na wo that main thing now what they was some kokota. Enipa no bete de wo ye no ase. But oko na wo kase de wo ye no wa ma me buafu pa. De na wo pa kire, de na ama wo buafu like okay cool nipa na ye. Ono no de when who say oh yeah de be ma obuafu but den na ma obuafu now what diagnosing hu nti wo kona wutimi describe ade a how e kire nipa no say James baby a ye call ye no the way I know we see nipa ni gina honum no you won't use the word anger because it's not angry that you are. The way I know ni boy ni gina honum no ema me feel a bit jealous. The way I now see ne guy ni gina honum no ema me feel irritated. I wasn't comfortable. You don't use the word angry anymore because now no what to anger na because when him say anger and how adie she anger na se no jealousy frustrated irritated utimi call the third layer obi cry to me can I was bitter it made me bitter. I was annoyed. Obi on more jealous. They are just annoying. At the end of the day, oh, annoying, annoying to them. Obi on more they are envious. Ningina she anger mo say oh on na feel okase me buafu na uni ma cry. Just keep asking yourself. You just need to know the different type of emotions that you are dealing with. Obi on so they are just aggressive, right? Yen sha de bi wo hanum say, sha de bi wo hanum say. Sam enam sa de we hunti no. O she say ye o identify with feelings are. There were 3 layers. Anything any psychological place obekobia and I say oko counseling honoma. The moment I obeka say counselor me buafu me kunu no counselor no will not just take that. Nipo ye onim counseling pa no. They will try to go at the end they create that bufu no. Is it jealousy? Is it that you are frustrated? It could be said. So what status we have that diagnosis now? If you want to man when you're jealous, but we are frustrated about something I see before that event, and that frustration no coupled with that the nipane you know cause you to be angry. But the issue what you see we some say pa. Anything so what you see there yen sha dey be one ye dey lesson e be but yen sha dey be one say. And you know this way we are uhunu wahanum ade kese ya uhunu wahanum say yi ade yeah to diagnose people how people are feeling. It is obi ba na obeka say oh I am mad me buafua, right? Obi ba na obeka say me buafua that me I'm mad no who use the word I'm mad bibi she kire mad no ubetimi a diagnose we hunu ade pote nti a cause that core emotion called mad no ehonum na ubetimi abusa ne pa ne say na afi no what start busa ade a ema utimi identify at the crop pote no is just asking yourself questions. Okay, I'm mad edena amama ye mad edena amama buafu. Okay, ubusa ho a bon so okay me ne kwadwo eko party minna ba party minna ba party no waja me honum ne obabi ejina honum. And that really, and then you ask yourself again, how did you feel? That made me jealous. Mad no. Oh, mad in it, then there has the third layer of mad and you find jealousy. Right? It's this same this same will because in nipa be braina ne behunti no ma transform it this same will no na no table, right? Send ya obeti ase anything no the core layer of anger, because I am angrier. This is the core layer of every emotion. We have these type of emotion. I am angry. So what is that? I am sad. So what is that? Misro. I feel fear. So what is that? Fear is a core emotion. Anger is a core. You can't core emotion. And only the first layer. And only you find your share. And only how you are really feeling. And no you just the reaction of at bibi we chire ama wu feel that core emotion no. core emotion no na you use no your language and describe how we are feeling to other people. But no, there is a deeper feeling, right? You will be say I am sad. Obi say me feel fear. Obi say I am disgust. Obi say my surprise. Obi say I feel so joyful. And I feel joy in my heart. There is joy, right? I feel joy. Obi say I feel love, right? Sa nyoma we nyina no obi kasa de all patchere ne say it could be say nipa no so okasa why or ye angry, it could be say why you frustrated. That same frustrating no nipa bebre can say why I'm angry. Frustration so no bebre na no eka I am jealous. Obi any one more occur around saying I am jealous. People barely say that. They rather say I am angry at what you did. But jealousy. The real emotion behind the emotion is jealousy. Right? Then I'm so want to mean describing to use the word anger for it. Obi one more irritated. The third layer of anger. Now be find it bitter. Now be find annoying. Now be find I'm envious. I'm envious. Almost the same word as jealous, right? Now be finding the word mad. Now be finding the word aggressive. Sadness. Because I'm sad. Sad is the core emotion. I know because I'm sad. I know just winning idea honey panel. So you be so idea we yes, and not just for yourself, it's also for you to also help your partner identify how they are feeling. It is a would be ba on and they are not because and the way I say sad. No. Don't say, oh, why is sad? Kafra. Don't say that. Dive deep. Because sad and baby wo. Oh, sad. Ade ne dey na esi dey na why sad. Or describe how who send sadness we be an lonely. Why lonely? When people become lonely, they say I'm sad. When people become disappointed, they say I'm sad. When people become hopeless, they say I'm sad. That sad word, on emotions are a word actually. Out mean free. Right? I feel guilty or say I feel guilty, I feel ashamed. Obi ashamed, I will say I'm sad. Like Obi one man and him go as that feeling or describing and say I'm sad. Obi one man will say my depressed. Obi one man will say I'm miserable. Heartbroken. Heartbroken is sad him. Right? The third layer of sad. All right. Fear so sad, nervous. Obi nervous, I will say misro. Meboa. So the Obi ko jina say yamfa say udi Obi konipem. Thousands of people now because of uncle present. There be misro, but that suru no is the core feeling. And you suru, they are just nervous. Or ferry say obekwaku jina honum eye ferry and you suru. But enam so ebia obi on one kind the word me ferry because misro there be men ko misro. Right? But o shemwa the real emotion and shahonum no ye ferry, right? Any joy, right? So I know my way in no me breaking mako. And I said the best thing that you can do, and they say you can take a screenshot right now, and now you can watch this video over and over, right? And then learn the different type of emotions. I didn't think you had the different type of emotions. Mekano earlier on, right? Or share surprise, or because of your surprise, I is startled, right? Why you confused? Obi you confused. That's known as surprise, right? Why you confused? Obi to one beat me turn say, oh my God. No, why you confused on him? That means that that's the person, or because I'm surprised. Obi a shocker. That also comes from surprise, right? Amazed, surprise, speechless. Obi a mama is speechless. Nipana is surprised and all patch, right? But or describing emotion to the core, oh mama is speechless, right? Obi so mama is dazed, right? Awestruck, right? Unsure, right? Joy. Say Obika say meniagia. Diane joy. Joy is the core emotion. Joy. And when we now find Obi say, I'm excited, I'm proud, I'm content, right? Not just a many so I'm happy. Obi say I'm happy. Nina coming from joy. I'm grateful, I'm satisfied, I'm cheerful, I'm connected. Nina coming from joy, right? Love. Obi say, I feel so loved. I feel so one mama feeling loved. Obi can say they feel love. This is the secondary emotion I was here. Be feeling trusted. Obeka say, oh my God, you make me feel so loving, right? And why in the one say so the more now we'll trust you, you feel like it communicates to you, say, hey, love. Oh my God, I'm loving this guy. I'm loving this guy. You're just trusting the person, right? Caring, will be care, I will say I love. Will friend say I love. Will be a compassionate, I will say I love. Will be affectionate, I will say I love. Will be a devoted to you, I will say I love. Will be a tender to you, I will say I love. Will be a warm to you, I will say I love. Will be a appreciative, I will say I love. And member language back up. So we done say right. I will say, oh, you are loving me, right? It goes into the 5 love languages when you diagnose it, right? But the most important thing I use for Hanum says is I'm you pay attention to say. And yet, where's now? And you say be a usua where's I'm teaching you this thing. Send you say ya obufu a ubehu say the first ebufu na eba no eno nye the main reason why obufu no to enugu ne busa ho question adenti kura na me feel angry. Obi one ma say I'm mad. I me feeling mad. Start to diagnose yourself like a doctor. Yes, said I said the wako hospital na doctor busa so yare o hifa na ya udidi and then ko fa yare ne ba then busa ya ho sa ya that practice no the more na o ya that practice no the be ya ma uni the benefit e wum ni now Portia so woko na se wuni nipa na e bi okose that emotion ne kokasa emfa ne se woni nana na ye o sa na e bi o ma wo feel angry and obusa on say e den na mama okay nana it drew me birthday so the refi me birthday one kind me birthday no inti no wa ma me buafu inti no na chi say a refi no na ama me buafu once I was started so diagnose who say oh okay enya na nafo e bia na refi what if say na refi right and on a ma one crown wa adwene start say adwene deeper than just me buafu one kind birthday no boom I need to strike. I'm going to strike him. I'm going to strike this man down. How dare him? How dare him? How dare him forget my birthday? Or how dare he refuse my birthday? How? But the more now, oh, okay, I didn't have my boyfriend and I refuse. You know, why I didn't have refuse and I'm maybe okay. I feel like I'm not cared. Like as on family, okay, on family. So now he doesn't care. So I feel like he doesn't care. Okay. Oh yes, I did. So now no kona no man nana. What mama feel say don't care about me. And the neighbor says, oh me do. I don't know kasa. Me birthday drew yen. You see, ama where sa wo kwa wo ne nana de kwa kasa. But as one diagnose one o se me buafu. Me kwa. Me di ni juma. Me kwa me na de pa ade na why no mente ase ade ntina so emisa. Now you don't diagnose yourself, you don't diagnose ade potiama who feels as so then you go and then you start reacting anyhow, you start reacting as if say nana you be, but it could be say nana ni refi, right? Entino yesu ansa ade we say na be ya wan kasa no time bia wo befu bia no. What did I say? Ade ba kwa obufu ye na no the first emotion e beba no cancel it and fanye adwuma wodi akire na wo de react a wan ra wo be ko nipa no bebusa se den na ha unhu de wo ka because wu wan kasa no a wo ba no unim de ha wo yare ba to ko hospital ni busa se den na ha wa wo se me yare ho ifa na yare me yare uti na ye o ya doctor there be me yare e hwa na e che ko she psychiatry hospital honum because at that time, ne ada ne bodambo. So what you say? And intino, with this thing being said, no, see ana yes you answer the way no. Yen share scenarios na ne kan yen coming back to the birthday ni biom, right? Yen coming back to the birthday no. Your partner goes to the birthday, right? You not birthday no, your party no, sorry. yes, babako, right? O partner, no partner call birthday party, or call no kuhu, ni opposite friend. Not just one o partner and a call birthday party no. And okuhu what okuhu na down for oye bema, right? Oh ye bema. Ono do for ba ako party. Wakuhu na down for ne yonko bema. I no new school mu. O se o hani me ba. Me hu down for me man in kasamra. No koye. Onna kasa 15 minutes call, no reaction. Wamabaka mekashe 30 minutes call wamabaka mekashe just all srena niaje. Oh my god, yeah catch up. Oh, okay, last time you don't see a cool school no. Why yes and your man. Now what the one man, right? You start to ask yourself. Now you are getting angry. Once you can say James is getting angry. When I can say you can say James is getting angry. James is getting angry. James is getting angry. James Unoa Kraba say, I feel like I am Metro James West and Hanum say or say, I feel like dear Obani, you know, or mommy feeling like I'm not important to you. Or mommy feeling like I'm not important. And a James Troy or Hanum. Or mommy feeling like I'm not valued and all kind of sir. Right? But Obi one man Quebec say, Waman bufu. I didn't see that so yes, sir. Unim adia wabufu nunim baby free ba. Who the first lay anune ye juma. Who the call actia. Ube acte ewo enkwasiasemu. Ahanum say na akomemu nyansa no ebem no. Esa wo diagnose hu say e na mami feel sa. Oh okay. Mami feel sa because James and I said me kru na one na me yire na one be ma ni gina onu yesa no. E mami feel I'm a bit jealous. What if seni bi no? I'm a bit jealous. The way you see is too much. What if any be no? Okay. The more you see when you start to ask yourself questions, one cause I'll be sound yare answer krana wako. Or start to busa questions why are you feeling the way you feel? Obe sound yare answer na wako. But when you sound emotion buy na no idea to greedy action. I want to be mistake. I want to be a mistake. Into emotion ba, you need to diagnose on what's a doctor. And then I'm feel sir. Or no bani jina honum no. I'm a bit jealous. Okay, cool. I don't feel safe. And my bay na who so kunu jina honum no on your bay. Yeah, or some me basi menino. You won't feel safe with you. Some me say, hey, okay. I want you to know, say, okay. You don't feel safe, right? Yeah, you don't feel safe. Because when in a jina wache and come ben kwan or mobile, you don't feel safe, right? Now, no, you have come to identify say, "Hey, me safety." Entina me feel sir. And yes, I'm just angry. Me powerful. No, it's security reasons. I don't feel safe. How will sine obano yes, and I don't feel safe. Be now when you're the word safe, no, because what diagnose when you're the word safe, you are not just angry. Now, no, guess what? The same scenario. Obia okuta high emotional intelligence. Not just a woman akumemu nyansa no. Uye good woman. This is what you do. Party na over. Afemu kofi. You don't keep silent. You don't do the silent treatment because that silent treatment, you know, sometimes nipa no will never know what is wrong with you. And at the end of the killing you softly. And you know, I feel Adjoa. Okay, and as I jump okay, honey, I feel insecure. Me feeling insecure kakra. When I saw you with that person, I didn't feel safe. I know something me feel sad, but the way I see feeling, you know, many and I felt very insecure. This insecure word, you bit me. I say, "Could the way I was in your body, no." Me, I felt jealous. Oh, you feel jealous. Not feeling in your good cry. At that point, do you know what you're doing? You're discussing what your feelings, right? You're not attacking anybody. You're just discussing your feeling. You're letting the person know, say, "Hey, your action, now will take you know." This is how that action, no. Emma, me feel yeah. I felt unsecured. I felt jealous. But how many people now Mbeka say I feel jealous? That Obama that jealousy turning into anger, and then that anger will run them. I didn't think SOS, I didn't think SOS, and then am I now what's honey and any pie, and then a nini pie. Now say and yes only ni pat pie, only ni pepia, now ni pako jinonum, now ni obi kasa, now ni say you're not communicating how you're feeling. At that point, you are just describing the AC. How is it making you feel? Who feeling or no? Actually, na oti no why who baby, but who feeling no so unim want me undiagnosed when to me answer who yare when to me and who how I was feeling to kasa by heart obi be say kasa by kasa bebre eni nyina so bi aba kasa. But who to me diagnose who the way I was seeing your body is I'm feeling jealous. I was very, very jealous. I felt very, very terrible. I feel me warm crana inside no not like minimum guase. I felt ashamed. Because na minimum crofwa no munim me na ebia menam fufu munim sa me guy nam and I me girl nam na me girl na jam honum no me. It made me feel ashamed. I feel me jina crana I feel me newu. I honum na nipa nbeka say, "Oh, minimo me free say madam fubina kafra. Why? Because you communicated how you adia emma responded to is because we always go on attack. When you always go on attack, you don't get a good response because now the person don't feel like as a kasa bebre and I wo toto mame dia say me so megia say me to be man. Mame so me to be man yen kwayenim. But when you're communicating how you feel, it goes hand in hand and it's perfect, right? Birthday, no kind birthday now you can't answer me. Your partner forgot your birthday or anniversary. Yeah. Just the whole 19 I want though. Just ne nkromo kra wo hwa kra ye we hunya kra akwa we mentama de bi fam pa ne so de kra de bema. Oda honum sa no. Just me birthday ne refi. Right? But now, instead of you thinking about the unya or the bayano or soria and somehow be catching on near the identify your eduma, ultimate pen, how am I feeling? I feel angry. No, actual angry, I shall them. A dear bane, na Emma me feel that anger, a dear na Emma me feel that anger no. Cause could you refi me birthday? That is a refie no. On who kasao. Not just I refuse na and refuse no na mami buefu. Yes. Okay. And no. Ntini bufu ye no. Me share anga nechi e dey na wo anga nechi. Okay. Ade wo ebetimi awo anga nechi ye ebi ana I feel say on care. Okay. I feel like I'm not cared. Me who is on family home. He doesn't care about me. And I said, unvalue me. Now you write the word value down because value is an emotion. Unvalue me. And I said, uncare. Right? Uncare about me. Good. Write that emotion down. And then I'm an uncare about you. Then I'm an uncare about you. Because uncle care about me and me birthday by no sanko bekai. Okay, now you take the word on care near the adeno. Now, could you sorry, could you? And no name my birthday. The whole day, Nina, we had your way, you know, okoye, buy. We had your way, you know, we had the hill, but my birthday, no dear. My birthday, no dear. One yet. My birthday ne dear. One year she am found. And mammy feel say as a own care, mammy. I felt like I wasn't valued. As will be value me. Okase cry bones and nipan wa melt na wasem cry mobo. And when your friend is say nipa onim na asem ka onim wasem ka emotional intelligence akomemu nyansa no kosoro But so when who say when who know how to communicate wakumemua ewo wakumemua ube kwako inu hey kai adena ukrad sana otie every year bia manka just so you say da bema unfa me ho sanka unfa me ho anka bema unka unfa me ho na wansem na ye bebre. It's just how you feeling. Just go and communicate how you feel. That's it. Just go and communicate how you feel to the person. Oh, why you say no? Why my man feel it to say me? Why my feel it to say I'm not important? Oh, why my man feel valued? I felt like my mu ye ha. Say no the whole day man dimiana. Me jene hon sa because I say me. I feel me say me. Because a feeling now feeling now you are describing because now you feeling when you words for it. But and I'm saying first now unim word. So unim how to name something. I obeda can wasem. At the end of how unim edin unya din for it. One yen mu de how pan to o koka wasem obeda kan. Until sometimes Nana we fight because it's not that we want to fight. We fight for the lack of vocabulary. Now, yenya to describe how we feel. Meaning how to describe how I feel. Because I don't know how I'm feeling. And if I don't know how I'm feeling, how am I going to describe it to you? Because I cannot describe it to you, now let me fight. Because the minimum, I don't know. Because minimum word and I'm describing how I'm feeling. Because me the minimum and tokwa de so be answer. And answer was Tatiana Woku. Right? Scenarios no be one say the same thing with partner na. Bema na ebusia finances. Oba no ko krum no ko hu sales. Ohu yo say ade we de me man meto. Enam sales ni BT oba na adwene. Wanwene say nana ese sika ni yese video akoye bibi na otam ebusua ne card na hwere ode koto ade kro na otam ebusua no momo na punch numbers ni shame no muti sika no na nya notification on the phone so say tantan obi atiska akosua so na apie ene esa ahyamaba odru fie na immediately nana buafu. But nana ain't me and diagnosing no by the time akosua beba na enoma afaso ni trimu no ne bombu bi obeba be receive no ono akra no ba ne rebe ho. Inti no nana need to quickly diagnose himself. Esa nana diagnosing ho, how am I feeling? I didn't na me buafu all of a sudden because me yira kwa yusu efie sika makacher ne se emane nyusu. Inti no me hu ne se ontie masem. Mihuni se untie masem, mihuni se ade na awo ye no. Cheze untie hwe. But that untie hwe no, how is it making you feel? How does it make you feel? I feel disrespected. Umbume. Ibu. Then you write the disrespect down. Now no ma emotions no edin. Akra obewo na wan to ni din obia frɛ no hey wo braha hey because akra no ni din emotions na eba no oni din a unim how obesi afrɛ na wo kwa ntɔkwa na obekwa akoko emotions na eba o mu no describe it. How are you feeling? Okay, adwa kwa ko use ade no yeah wa mam buofu pa I'm mad. But mad no to kune enya mad no because ujina mad no so na one diagnose who ya oba ubejina mad no so wa mambuafu obi den na wa ya mambuafu so wa kwako yusu ya den na okay me yusu you know how did it make you feel? It makes you feel disrespected. Now you're disrespected because who is okay went you so now you feel disrespected. But abna susu ko krom no ono no say oh you know when who's all disrespect you onu sales no clearance no yate so no ena onu hu ye buy one get one free no eno na etena adwin onim se de wo ye no may disrespect kodwo fi may disrespect a man it mzanka disrespect ba ni trime bianka buy one get one free nka wan to ba no onim ti no se ni nyina tactics business for no na sisi o merini abna o merini no fanesa sisi o merini no you feel disrespected and then you feel okay, so now disrespect now no now I feel disrespected. Let's just stand on that. And then now abna comes and I say otoye no obi won cry you don't feel disrespected, but obi amaka asem why wow, I'm so surprised. You feel surprised. I am surprised so yes. I didn't know so yes because and now they can't want them and rich now they can't want them but why so now you feel surprised, right? And you know we're gonna put the word surprise here, or you feel disrespected, right? Disrespected. Into now no abena fie now you just don't go attacking boom. I didn't know the others are we irresponsible person pa you know kasa untie we obia minim ade how we na you crass semana. At that point you are not describing how you felt to Adwoa. You are not describing how usi feel ye to Adwoa. Into no be a high emotional intelligent person. One a ban akomemu nyansa o sora say na o acte. Abraham person no kasa. Oh honey. Oh ene kra me kwa he blender no me. Omo tomato ba ko omo de ba ko aka me ho. Abraham trasen person no kasa. Okay. Abraham and no me no kan ho asem se sika no ye plan de akwa akoye ABCD na ene me wo hono ma na menya notification say wudi sika na akwa akoye oh honey me ade no oh ade ma me toye no there be tie oye sa na o ma me ase umbu me I felt disrespect. Oh yeah, me nya the notification no adwa I felt disrespected. I was very surprised. Say oh yes sir man tiase da ye be meki yen trans ne yen kasa mfa sa ade we awaye yi ho because me tiase so yes sir yeah but un say ade no un say odo blender no ye blender na say you ye blender na say minim sa say ye blender na say but say wakona say upe so hu bibia now person will be disrespect me. What do you do? Because they say why you hu adwuma unti no no ba no what diagnose unti woni ne kasa na oyi to announce we ya to ha oyi to an we ya to ha na afi no what was say ampa o one me kan no o feel like my day my disrespect no so just say o feel like my disrespect no o feel like asema mene na ken nti no oba no ubun se nipa no ne no ma na ebupu na kuma because one kind of asem you talk how you felt who notification how is ma o feel ye me hu ye me yam hye me say me yire ade no ye me sa ade ombumi ana ba one auntie when me undiagnosed hu na oba na was start o kasa na bebre
wakatsa papa che ya de pa yesu ade o edu be na me refi notebook ye ha na ko fa that is bibi ahite brain no pa nsem bebre wum mum ye nyi ho ate mamon fa enema ni akro especially Friday and Saturday mo amutimi ba zoom no so no yesu ade pa ti mum ye ba ye nimra ye ho so hwe explanation a manager odi amema ye so ko hu doctor ko hospital ko hu doctor ko chia doctor na me yare ohena yo ya untumi nkyere ma doctor no cry confused to papa so doctor me yare no na nice biti na me ba nwe na sa minister afi kana se meni su ebrimi na afi na meni kum meni ozu ube wan say edwa kwa kwhye psychiatric for be fa wodo ko
because
the same thing and ye wo ya wari mu ana ye could date mu amane me ma no want to me anto oboase I spread the how o pattern oh da the bayo dia yo also the bayo no dia no fi say tell me all the anger na solve issue no and now you say no I want from me and no me from one from me hwe boat too no and I about online and platform mu dia ne man get say ibu ye ni go so enso the manager ken and name platform mu dia nkete no eye pepepe Beba no ni pie oko hu ni schoolmate no so my schoolmate bi adwa me ba pa adwa me ba oti we na bia 25 minutes to 30 minutes oni pa ne to nti wadwen yo say so ono mpe obande na obande pe no die nkomonko na mu di school mo wie dada enso bi create bi akota esa ufuli disrespectful na feel una fofo kra wo ho na you obi a pressure mo that person no more partners who nimu no one so kru no ba we eja wadi ngo bot na nchai no mo sre no mo bompa no mo sre mo bompa we just suppose work me ehwiri nipa de ba de ye de no and say ye de anger no na de face say the many who the way you feel many who feeling na wom no say you used feeling no our emotional and physical feelings no yet be express feelings no yet me express yourself share partners na instead of say the anger the be dikai na say ja child go sha na ku busha sa titu ma sani ma we ya be brave and na ye ni adaw ya shoot you entie ne keke wo ka di say nye party asenko asemu wo ka ni general e bia wo relationship a wo become ebia wawari a wugum ana wawari a wubekum no be ma bia ni bedeti no oba bia ni bedeti oni ne bewa ensem bi say die eba oba bia wo okay nye birthday asem nko a ene nye party na asem nko a ene nye it can be anything even the phone calls say the breaking relationship no ba ne be me date a phone calls na miss calls no nsema de ba the friend we the nya no ne the nya no the miss call and the question online no e boy 11 no and one friend me and omo mi yawo na no budinko enya no na ye de ko but nka mu no danger na akwa wo friend we nya no wo friend no the tie ba ko friend boyfriend na we nya no how are we feeling na cry sank express but one fa na one fa the one fa and na online one na no online and I'm so online so e ku one na no zimu kwa ni e kun kosasem nti mi solve issue ni ye na mo se di parkra na wono ayem fonso no ye de bem na de akudi for den tira na wo frɛ guys explain ese wo explain chi di pa na enu na me wona me ya ana mi frɛ dwom ba fi ana ma fi opa na ma fi sei wo adwene mi tubi na wo adwene be shem tiri mi tubi na wo adwene be shem tiri na me yesa me frɛ so frɛ mpo me nya afi na ma dwon ho sa na de chi na menya wo ye o kasa me man kra ro ba obechi so kasa na obey nti she so in love and I say pay too much one man who be tia na wo kra so a oni no friend na ye miss call na bof wo kra fresh wo di pa fa kra ka oni asim biaka se na wasim di ka de anka explain di tia na wo friend no kra first de na ekoso wo mu na wo na wo feel when yan kra ha na ye o eni ade wo se di para to na kuma so the nipa je no mo acha ade na wanfa mi se na wo lie o mo hu ya o mo no o mu na ya twisi unnecessary things and they explain and they pay a bimdi we the would need that nipa so bia na nye oba ana no no was you because the business partner be no phone so ade kokra ansam fenti na ni abre wo sa de ho asem bai no akobri ni kro unye na chi wa hwe bo so no so onu so nim se ro besi explain the ntia wa fa phone no no de tokwa papa
relationship ante you know bebre wo ha scenarios no me so wo hwa bebre na eto ye
atu ye bebre egwa ware bebre
say ba ku ye
bebre egu date kra bebre
ba ku bi wa hanum say
emema na enye emema so nye mema na enye enye ma na enye o
akomemu nyansa no
nyansa ni nimdie na ye di keep a relationship ye di keep bema and I say di keep ya ware upe ukuru upe wi enso aware mu agudo upe ukuru agudo wo de ndie bi awunim no but ben jade ya kra ni say obi akra wo frɛ na ye boda wuro bra bedwe no do university share videos e kwa abonte hwe di pe wadi so she got a form muti ya yeken nipa anyi na also if you go to university mukra some members o mo do so ba every month bia group bia is set the nipa member bia nye 150 100 nge so nipa wadi so omoy wada every young again cry every time go to the credit and go say na worry is good They should break you almost spend this car in. They spend more money in their relationship, but they're breaking oboka. They share dinner. No one access in a union dinner. Umboka. Umboka. Go around trash. You go for free because you know it.
Until me say a bano me pese me yena me keka some of the scenarios because akomemu nyansa na yesua ho ade no akomemu nyansa emotional intelligence no ya hwemu ehu se ehu hia kra chen adwen mu nyansa because ye wumienu ye wadwen mu nyansa na ye wakomemu nyansa nti wo hu so obi won mo akusku abodi eno ya adwen mu nyansa bana akomemu nyansa no oni ma begu na ware sisi a nti yen hwe scenario we ye da so sisi ya partners te honom be ma no ayi din for some time maybe hours days be ma na yi din yes be oba na yi bibio ono na yi din right oba na steady na edene how no aska o hwe heme ade no ayi din sa oh bibia me de me okay as my slow onkasa obi a okuta low emotional intelligence akomemu nyansa na ye low all of a sudden the way ni to one man no dwene ho an ontimi nwene ho bi mu a enam se wontimi hunu ha o no si feel crampo no wetimi aboa be ma na ma wa hunu de be ma ne si feel no oh so now you're ignoring me umfi me boa umfi me sa se ban sa de we that game we de minimum bo se sa na ye de betia fi hanum se de minimum bo me why hu so umfi me a me so me feel ada de na me de ayo me ote wono menya wo hwe why you din sa be man so nya hwe onye ne hwe why you din keke right u take ade ne personal and I will react for be man ebia ni din a why and an distance a wa create and I say why you din na wo hwe dem nkwan u take ade ne personal and I will jima wo ho but obi a okra high emotional intelligence akomemu nyanza no de wo high no obedwini hu say adenti na be ma ya yedi maye ni bibia na oh okay me kan say maye ni bibia o okay tinu waye din dia na mami approach no na me mbusa ni nyanse ma de konti a waye din okay hi I notice hey hello odo me hu say waye din lately me hu say waye din and then e koso wa adwini isi hu say utimi busa wo bi say oh you okay is different from again it's different. Oh you okay obi betimi akas bibi etori bia na bibi koso obi adwin ba obuzan so you okay obakasa me okay right but again koso wa adwin me hu say why din again koso bibi ha wana on take ne quietness na why no as bibia on take ne personal but obi a ukura eba na adwene mu nyansa na e wo fom no o take sa de no personal o jema wo ho because emotion ne ba ye na the first time ya because the first emotion never work with it the emotion how obviously feeling for the first time and jintum because a bit me deceive you because eba pe ade e be ba otima na say on fa me ho so what time that on fa me ho no na o de ye adwuma one how be different.
Yes.
So and intino esa wutimi diagnose who say feeling bi ba mu a esa wo mutimi question wo ho ansa na wako question because why me say why me question who say adintina me feel say that question goes a long way rejection of intimacy o partner no wo kwa akoso ni mu say be pacho enso me mu and I say bia there be I'm not in a mood mini mood in for ene a moment I'll be mini mood in for ene no emotional intelligent akomemu nyanza no nipa oni bi no na akomemu nyanza no wo fom no adenti na wo de bia wotesa why do you always do this bia na wo reject me and as on kasa na wama da na action no take no wa febufuo wo ho wa febufuo wo ho straight obano se obano yo okay so obana se ye ne ya so obano ebi kra na wanya cramps why reject me? I feel rejected. I must act on that rejection right now. I didn't know they be out there reject me. I didn't know they be ame de me say na ne buafu. Obi a okura akomemu nyansa no. The way and say it's okay. I just needed, na me here say me twa ben wo kakra. Na we okay. E dey na e koso wo ni padwem. E dey na e hawa e bia ma e mani show say wo kra no we dey. Okay about any panel. Okay about any panel. So inti no so wo hanum say amepacho da enyoma yesue nyina no. We are just the first foundation I dey establish it. Akomemu nyansa emotional intelligence no. The first foundation new. Next week the part 2 ebeba. The following week part 3 and then you go up to 4. You will 4 part. Because akomemu nyansa no nye bibia just wasa akwa. You need to study it and become good in it. And then the bema communication are effective. So communication so ye effective we need the person ubetimi no na yede abobra. The first one I na yesuano da emotional will na me kire wo no ma kire wo ya kire wo hanum say the first emotional be feeling no enye no na ye no bibi wo akire e say wo diagnose ho na wo hwe de wo ubetimi atampen number 2 ubetimi atampen se ne ene no say menya me pen wo ha menya me paper until do say wo ne pen wo ne paper ye kire wo so ubetimi atampen ne paper e den na ye okay I'm angry e den na wo angry na chi start to chro what you are feeling se ne be ya nipa ne bana wo ne kasa ubetimi ne na kasa how you feel. So to say practice pausing before reacting. So to say BBC and until I'm kind of say BBC na say emotion be so also don't react on it and tam na mfa nkoye adwuma obeye mistake and tam emfa nkoye adwuma say I feel angry me kwako acting on this anger. I feel mad me kwako acting on this madness. I feel disappointed me acting on this disappointment be na botransa ne wankaza busa on questions. I didn't me feel say. And do not react on that first emotion because I know they bet me deceive you. I'm why you bonepa. Number 4, adie ba koso bet me dia boa o self-awareness. Right? We nyina self-awareness. Who wankasa ho. On say me start a lesson no me can be say obi wono ma onim ne ho. Wadwen ye so minimidin minimimfie minim baabi a me free baabi a ye wo me. Ba no nchire so onim ho. Cause emotion be crab ba omuna untimi engine tum say na me feel e no nchire so onim ho. You need to study yourself. Study hunu and you may trigger hunu ema wo tip ema wo react. So to say number 4 I want to say try mindful meditation. Nkrofo bebre enter en you meditate. Ya ka meditation a o tena honum din na wa focus on o breath eso. Every 5 minutes bia onim say so utimi tena honum na meditation bebre na so for any devotion, right? Now not ordering, cool yourself down, and they'll sorry free pema na whom now about your day. Oh, sorry free pem na whom now there be practice meditation at least every day. Be out to me for 5 minutes. Krana adia meditation na buano eye bebre yentimi nka ho asem wenne but adia buano utimi tena 5 minutes na wo de ubonyum kra cool bi na wo tena honum wo focus on wa adwene so a oh yes, check for 5 minutes. Etimi ma wo read how you are thinking. How I will see first wa wodwene. Inti no say thought to be ba wa adwene mu na enye kra na utimi kache say bibi ba enye bibi ba ma adwene mu enye. Mindful meditation ene betimi ayede aboa we sade no. Ena axe enipa ben wo for feedback. So oni obitia aya wo ma busane say Nanze who me say ekoye. Right? Nanze who me say ekoye. Obi busa say how can I watch this video again? Mr. Oye recording and ye re na no ye the lesson no ebeba be to platform no so. Ti ubetimi ahwe no biom over and over and over and over. Ante ade ba kwa mani age wo sa lesson we hu obi wono ma na anger issues. Sa no solve anger this anger that ni na solve sa no ma we nya. Anga na wo kan practice bi na wuni unnim say me first emotion I need to pause ese me nyaabo tre na me dwene ho na me question me ho say eden na na fa na ade we free bay ade na me dwene sa na nipa no kwa no ebi ade na wo ye no wonnim say wo ye o nti no me ade nti na me feelings are. Could it be say me feelings na me sa na? Start reading one. Ubun say nyoma bebre kwa so wa adwenem na ya one out the year ho. Enye ni onye obi na de ye one out the year ho. Nyoma bebre a kwa so wa adwenem no. Eye wa and out the year ho. Enti no, this is emotional intelligence no. Part 1. Self-awareness. And yesua ho ade a ye de aba na wie. Self-awareness. Be self-aware. What I say? Na me adoma next week me pacho is very important. You call self-control, so you can be self-aware but not have self-control. Self-control. Oh, yeah, self-aware ni you who you are, ne how you sit here. Now if you the control na ka ho. You see I be hwehwe wo se car no. Who be sua ho se car, who be our driver ho se car. A control who se car. So that I say that is, you see, human behavior, this is what it is. So the woman in any. But all these things, you know, on see yen wo baby ya nkyere ye so wo baby ya ye nam sa usua no upeke ano apeke wan peke dia ne se ne abrabo ne wo kwa no nti woni nipa ntem ne nche mukoya na egu. It could be say you don't know some of these skills. We all didn't know. Miss Anoma we musician baby say hey ade we maye bida, hey ade we maye bida, hey ade we maye bida nanso na mi nye biom masesa masachira maye abode ofro eni nti no yenkoso ana yensua